We get a head count.
For life.
So
Suave.
before we start, there is something I wanted to say.
Oh no! Oh my god!
I have found a YouTube channel called the Officio Auditorium. The Officio Auditorium has music that we can use, produced by a person who doesn't care if you use it or not. So that's great.
Cool.
Nice.
What if we don't want to use the boring plink plonk music?
It's not boring plank block music. It's pretty good.
I hear you, and I appreciate what you're saying, but I also want to hear that one song that goes like Damascus.
No.
No. And I don't want to take my normal.
No, sir.
I want to hear that really funny song that goes, Sonny's channel gets taken down.
We can't access the bot. Oh.
Wait, what the?
No, bot. Our bot channel is gone.
Oh no.
Oh wait, that's wrong. Hold on, ignore that.
You're live, by the way.
Oh, I sent it to you, Sonny.
What you say?
That's at the point of my beating your asses.
Bars.
I didn't send him anything weird. I just sent him like my music list from like when I was listening to music in 2011. I have no idea how I accessed that, but I did.
Penis list?
There you go, Vice. I gave you the Officio Auditorium. Enjoy.
Okay.
Hooray! Talking ball culture.
CBT.
BT. Well,
Sorry to keep you waiting, Kenny. You seem
like
eager to start.
I am pretty eager to begin.
Then please.
Would you like to start something? Did you want to say something to me?
No, I'm just. I got up. I'm content with goofing around, but I want to respect everyone's time. You know what I mean? And it's it's like 10 past, so I'm ready to start when you are.
Okay. So here we go. Well, first I have to not respect your time.
Fuck yeah. As long as it goes both ways.
That's very gay.
Usually not.
I just forgot to roll some dice. Okay.
All right. No, you're solid. I respect my Elden Ring character, yeah. And instead of doing the redo,
my fucking god, I'm gonna kill you! I've got the thing right in front
it
of
goes
me.
both ways. We're cool, right?
And what you did?
Yeah. I changed it to like a Knight of the Order type of thing where I'm even statting intelligence and faith, and I'm using like the fundamentalist incantation. Good.
Okay.
Cross the fog to the lands between and stand before the Elden Ring.
Crimson dies. He's a
And
killer.
the Elden Lord.
Ye tarnish. Nia.
I command thee. Nia.
As you guys traverse through the dark lake, you begin kind of maneuvering through narrow tunnels and pathways and such. Music man, play music. Through which you are able to discern a darkened figure. Oh no. On the other side of this very narrow corridor, which probably spans like something like 20 feet. Like, there's not really much. There's enough room for a few of you to stand side by side, but definitely not all of you. This figure kind of stands imposed to your path, and as you kind of like look at him, you begin to see him for as he is. I'm going to post something in our chat. Hold on.
Eats like lobsters.
All right, I want to preface this though. This is lovingly rendered art, something I was forced to do by our friend Squid.
Joker, you might be correct about eating. Who the fuck is that?
Excuse me, as he begins yelling at you, at the top of his lungs, screaming at you.
What?
Who the fuck is that?
He is probably like 30 feet away. I don't know if you guys are like rapidly approaching the.
That's my dad.
Putting an arrow through his head.
Hold on 1 second. I have to do his dialogue first.
Wait, I didn't know that knows anywhere. That's a fearbolg. That's a fearbolg.
Hold on 1 second.
You weren't supposed to know about my second son.
Your second son.
Hold on. I have to do his dialogue. I have to do his wacky, funny dialogue. Here I go. I am Sekiro the Dark Angel, princely slayer of bloodlust and war. I am a half drow, half genasi, half dragon, half triton, half deep dwarf, half human, half furbolg, half prince from another land.
I don't understand fractions very
Is
well.
he like?
For my two colored eyes, one black like my sorrows, one
Rightfully
blue
assuming.
like my favorite character from an adventure novel known as Gans Gundergale.
Rightfully
I'm putting an
assuming
arrow
this.
through his forehead. I don't.
Do you immediately shoot him? Do you instantly shoot him?
I'm really debating it. I'm seriously debating it.
It's-
Rightfully
Stop.
assuming
Shall I-
that this is
shall
a
I give
dream,
you a-
I go back to bed.
Should I give you guys a physical description of this character?
Sure.
Unfortunately, yes.
He does
But
indeed
ain't
have
Jack.
two. He does indeed have two weird magic eye things. And he has fucking two big katanas at both of his sides that are
Oh
too
my
unwieldy for him
God.
to actually use. They're like Final Fantasy blades. Like if you were to actually try to,
Kaito
like,
looks
it's
at
actually impossible for him to draw them.
Kaito,
Like Kaito, you know that's not functional. Like you could not draw those at all. Like that's not even possible to use as a weapon.
I look at Crimson. It's not very combat inept. Those things cannot be
Roll-
drawn, nor be used.
Roll me a perception check if you guys are looking him over. I imagine Crimson's probably sizing him, correct?
I
Yeah.
assist
Yeah.
Crimson.
Oh, yeah. Give me with advantage, Crimson.
Natural 20.
As this turns
Natural
out, this is
20.
an illusion.
Why
Two
did it have to
goblins
be
in
on
an
this?
Wait, what?
It's actually two goblins in an overcoat. This was an illusion. This was the spell minor illusion. You have seen past it. This isn't real.
What do you see,
This is
Crimson?
just two goblins in an overcoat attempting to intimidate you.
I'm gonna go over to them and I'm gonna kick one of the goblins off the other.
The illusion immediately falls. They're going to try to scurry off into the dark.
I'm gonna kick the goblin again. I kick him back in the direction of our party members. Let's play
No.
soft.
No.
So the half elf, half drow, half triton, half dragon, half dwarf, half
Slowly looks at Mem
fearbolt.
with concern. What, do you have a crush
I
on her?
guess not.
What, you
Yeah, I was a goblin the entire. I was my friend is a god.
Lucius.
I,
I am in such incredible pain right now.
This is the day that I die.
Crimson,
not without me, you aren't, bitch. You're not dying alone.
Oh, you want to come with? That's completely fine with me.
End it now.
can you... I look at the gun, I think you should run. You have second thoughts?
Oh, okay. Goodbye. He leaves.
Skitter.
Well...
Alright, that was that encounter. Your day comes to an end. You're able to get a day closer to the city. Oh boy, you're just outside of it. That sure was the thing that happened, wasn't it, guys?
Squiddy,
It's
what
canon,
the
I
fuck?
guess.
Fuck. What the fuck, Squid?
For context for everyone else, I was forced to do this as part of an art trade.
Art trade?
Indeed.
Okay.
Command just died.
I have a knack for organizing D&D games. She's good at drawing. This is an art trade.
God is dead and we killed him with our bare hands.
Can you?
This would have ended the moment that like anyone shot a single arrow at this guy. He would have immediately died because he's just two goblins in an overcoat.
Yeah.
I'm satisfied that I got to kick one over like a fucking bowling pin.
All right, moving on.
How Kenny? How far did he fly when I kicked him? Like,
Probably 10 feet.
That's a hunky kick.
that's not far enough.
You
Bro.
want to go in a fucking stratosphere? There's no sky here. It's all
Yeah.
cave.
I don't care. Ah, what the fuck?
All right.
The goblin.
So,
Reloads gun real quick.
your group finally makes it back to the gates of Gracklestog, the Dark Dwarf City.
They're on fire.
returning from their long journey. What do you mean it's on fire? No, it's just the same as it always has
Good.
been.
Okay. Moving on.
Why would it be on fire?
I don't know. It's like he's like, we come back. It's on fire. I was like, yes.
Everything is.
Ah,
dying,
yes,
everything is...
guys, the world actually ended while you guys were gone for only a day.
Good, it's the underdog.
No, reckless fact, it stands, dude. It stands. It stands firm. See the gate guard as usual, just kind of meandering around, looking for people. He looks at you guys. The gate pretty much immediately opens up. Just like click, 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 click. As the gate just kind of like comes to a.
I show my
comes
badge.
to open.
You know, the little.
They recognize you at this point. You guys are known around here. Like this is like your thing at this point, you know.
Yeah.
Plus, you've been knighted, so they definitely recognize you. The gate guard doesn't even hassle you for any kind of bribe or anything. He just kind of ushers you guys in. You just follow in.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Oh shit.
With
Go
like
you, go you,
pounds of a lot of adamantite and caucus of a fucking
Now,
beat.
before
Yeah,
before you guys
adamantite's
actually walk in. Oh, sorry, John.
Well, I said the adamantite is buried. We just have mostly carcass.
yeah,
I'd
yeah.
like to believe.
Yeah, just
As you guys are walking to the city, guard's going to stop you a little bit. He's gonna be like, "How's your mission?"
We are knights. You shall call us sir.
What?
what the hell?
I'm afraid there wasn't any
Oh.
survivors.
Yep.
Oh, well, that's worse news.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. I didn't know anyone on that squadron anyway, so I was just curious.
All we know is that whoever's was a death mission, so. But the Mygonoid seems tamed for the time being, so you don't have to worry about them.
Or at least that area isn't active right now. That's good.
Yeah.
Yep.
After all, we don't have a patrol anymore.
I think you'll be fine.
We'll just have to organize another one.
Good luck with that.
Honestly, I personally wouldn't advise it, but
Well, it's for the higher ups to decide, not for us to decide.
yep.
Yeah. Well, let's
With
get.
that, he kind of just like moved you guys off. He's done with questions, unless you guys had some for him. I think conversation's going to come to a standstill.
I think we don't mind.
This feels
I walk past.
To be fair, you do
Hey,
have a
why do you
part
sound
of their
like
bodies.
Hey guys, the Black
Oh.
Parade's in town.
The party makes their way into Brackenstall.
Get a crimson.
No.
You
Oh.
having
Well.
a fever? I don't know how. Balls
Alright.
of scrolls.
So I know,
What?
I know that it's, Stool, our mascot, is no longer in your party. However, we're still going to be using this token as the party token.
Yay!
Yeah. He lives on.
If
He
only
lives
for
on.
the memory. All right. So what's the move? Where's the party going?
As we walk, I want to look at Bunny. Hey, Bunny. What are you making like of animals?
I mean, I'm not very good at making them.
Oh,
I don't really know why you're asking.
I don't know. You seem very dexterous.
I mean, I could definitely try if I put enough effort into it.
Well, if you can, make a mini stool.
That seems like a.
Do you miss him
Seems
that
like a fun
much?
little-
I missed that little man.
You never spoke with him like I did.
Yeah, because that's the thing. I'm sad by
Oh,
having
oh,
a chance to
I
speak.
lost a child. He told me about his aspirations, what he wanted.
to be
In life.
a mother.
Oh God.
They do grow up so fast.
You have a myconoid daughter.
Oh my god.
Dorcas's adopted sister.
Technically, you're all my adopted children, so Dorcas, they're all your brothers and sisters.
Oh.
Hey,
Oh god.
pat
That
him on
makes
the
this
back.
kinda
That's how that
weird.
works?
Oh, I remember you asked. Never mind. We're not brothers and sisters. Never mind. Hypothetically.
When did it happen?
Where do we need? We should take these carcasses somewhere.
Get
Uh,
You should have gotten
Let's-
busy for an
let's-
old man.
Let's go to the Dark Lake District where the blacksmith is at the very least and get this tanned. Oh,
Blade Bazaar.
Alright, so to describe the streets, they're still filled with people. Lots and lots and lots of people. Crowds of people. Maneuvering through with a cart is pretty difficult. It's a little unwieldy. Lots of people kind of don't really make room for you as they kind of can't, just because the streets are flooded with
Oh.
and like
peasantry and serfs, as always. As always. Not that you can't move at all, just that it is difficult. It'll take a while for the cart to move
can we
pretty much
like
anywhere.
can we
I
like
use gust of wind to blow
can we
everyone.
like go over here, rent like a small ship and move it over here?
And they go flying away.
Unfortunately, there's no port or dock in that location. I'll
Well,
tell you that right now.
Pepe said.
Aw, man.
Shut the fuck up.
What if we just like put the what if we just put the cart into the water and just have Maeve like swim it over?
Or
It's like a little
Galen
boat.
would like turn to an octopus and just like wave it over, just like pushing it.
This is a weird problem-solving thing
Yeah.
for something mundane. Like, it may take you a while to get where you want to go.
Yeah.
Why do
Yeah.
we do this?
Save time. I don't know. Well, you wanna?
I feel like that's the opposite of what's happening.
Sure.
Water.
What? Why don't we just take all this stuff topside?
All right. Everybody home.
I'm sure we'll be able to sell it a lot better. These tokens mean something, right? We can get across, right? I'm not talking out my ass.
Yeah, these the insignias will allow us passage through the gates.
Yeah, good.
If you guys approach the other side of the walls, are you guys going to finally make your way to the nobles district?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
I mean, might as well see what's over there.
yeah.
Okay. You guys approach the gates. The gates have ballistas and crossbowmen and towers and such at the ready. All of which are kind of just pointed at the this crossing at like almost all times, as well as the sky itself. And as you guys approach, I imagine you stow your insignia, and then the doors open. No questions asked.
Well,
No credit check. Nothing. You guys just get the cross.
Oh, that's.
we should have
Okay, then.
probably just made one of these from the start. Like, we could have probably figured it out, right? Like, that's a shame.
Alas.
We should spread the
presence.
news.
Your presence is requested at the Capitol, so we're waiving off certain things that are expected of even noble houses for you.
What?
You're delivering the bodies of our brethren, after all. So
Yeah.
Very sad. Very
Very sad.
somber.
they died in battle, an honorable death.
Heroic. Yes.
Feels so insincere for some reason.
Yeah, it's so strange. I'm kind of.
What?
It's like, yes, boo-hoo.
Anyway,
This is how I always talk.
My natural tone.
I mean, I don't know. They've seen bodies a lot, dude. They just kind of watch people die and shit. There's a lot of people that live in the city, and
There's like a body pit, like at the very, like over here,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it smell great.
The fuck?
it tends to dissociate. It kind of is like, I don't know. You become resistant to it after
I
a
look
while.
at the-
You know.
Oh wait, no, the god doesn't know like what's the other. As we go on the other side, I wanna like like wave down like someone, like maybe no woman, ask them, hey, what sell
Just,
things?
I would like to describe these streets. These streets are pristine, less crowded. In fact, it doesn't really appear to be very many crowds at all. Carts and other such things being wheeled. You see servants and other kinds of people walking around with armed guards and stuff, escorting them to different locations. A bunch of stuff like that. A bunch of weird caste symbols upon everyone's foreheads and shoulders in different kinds of locations. Some hammers, some just like fire pit emblems, some iron ingots bars. Others are strange runic brandings. Yeah, all sorts of different people of all sorts of different castes are here. None of which you quite understand or have been introduced to. You know that there's like a weird clan system here. You know there's noble houses, however you recognize none of these symbols by name or by what they might be. So you just kind of approach someone. I imagine you're flagging down a nobleman, not a servant, correct, Munda?
Yeah.
You flag down a nobleman. What would you like to say to this nobleman? How do you introduce conversation?
Kaito's gonna be like, oh fuck, I didn't. Thanks for a moment.
Did you need something, my friend? My
Yeah,
good man?
I am the knight for the Dragon Horn.
Doesn't even say it right. Oh my god.
I need some advice on how to sell.
Sell?
Well, trade, sell, you know, whatever.
He just kind of like looks over at the bodies, then looks at you.
No,
Not the bodies.
not the bodies. They fucking adamantite. Oh wait, no, the carcasses.
What? Like, they just kind of like slaps their hand over their face.
What? I'm trying.
Please don't talk more. Leave that to Crimson. Jesus.
So the
Ignore
nobleman
the words
is...
of this bumbling fool. He's almost senile. What we're trying to
Please
say
make me
is
a-
that
make me a
recently,
persuasion check.
Okay.
No, I'm talking to Crimson.
Oh,
As you're going, just make a persuasion check. Vice, continue.
Okay. So, I forget the name of the enemy. Insert here. Recently we've come across them in our travels, and we have taken their bodies and are looking to sell their shells.
Oh my goodness.
Can I try?
Because that's what we're trying to sell, right? Or is it something
What?
different?
oh, we're trying to like.
That's what we're talking.
Either we're
No,
trying
we're
to.
trying to sell the armor of the things that we killed.
Oh,
Armor scrap.
it's like okay. So scratch that. As Seti says, we've come across numerous deposits of adamantite, and we're looking to sell them or perhaps trade for them.
Or at least find a place to deposit them. Like,
I have 205 pounds of carapace.
oh,
My back's killing me.
So this nobleman he hears your explanation. He hears it. However, he begins to look very uncomfortable and swiftly departs without another word.
Yeah, we'll find another one. We're trying to
Oh,
sell
can-
this. And I point to like the
Can I
bug
try?
carapace or whatever.
I literally.
I think we have better chance going towards that's place.
Each and every day, the name of my order is dragged further into the ground.
Well, at least we
I've
are.
got a tip in persuasion, guys. Please.
Don't worry, Crimson. We're already underground, so you'll be
Guys.
fine.
Quiet.
Bunny. Like holds up Bunny. This can get us. This is our route to salvation. I just like jingle Bunny a little.
Do you
Pets, buddy,
attempt to
head.
find somebody?
Sure.
Yeah, like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is
I'm
like-
trying to find like
Alright,
a
buddy.
blacks.
You find
was
another
funny.
nobleman. You find another nobleman. You want to flag him down. What do you say?
Might I speak? Like,
Oh, yes, I can spare the time. I can spare the time. Yes.
during our journey, we encountered, well, these beetle-like beasts, which have a very solid but very valuable carapace. and I was wondering whether there was a place we could either A, utilize them, or B, trade them in for whatever their equivalent of worth is.
Ooh. I think the best place for you to go would probably be the hold.
The hold.
The hold of the Deep King has certain things. There's places where you can make donations and other such. Market district on the other side as well, from the farm of the Blade Bazaar. In terms of where we get our things, typically the hold of the Deep King is where all our craftsmen and artisans are. So.
I see. Would you mind pointing the way, or is there like a method we need to, like, do we need to let them know beforehand? Is pretty much what I'm saying.
Presumably you're here on official business.
Yes.
I assume.
Yes, we are.
You're a knightly sort, right? You got a crest, I see. He's gonna point at Crimson.
Crimson nods.
War banner.
Pat, pat, pat.
Although we are quite new to the city, which is why we are trying to, discover where's what.
If you were to go, and they give you directions to the hold of the Deep King. That's right down here. I have it marked.
Right down the road.
Big building, past Landers Furrow. Past that bridge is the hold of the Deep King.
Thank you very much, sir.
No problem.
It's a woman.
Woman? It is?
It is woman.
Man. At this point, I might as well call everybody, sir.
For every social interaction, there is at least one blunder, such as Crimson's law of relativity.
Alright.
What, Crimson?
Very philosophical.
I don't know if we were on the same page, but I thought that we were going to take this carapace to the blacksmith's place and work on it and make Aquila some armor and stuff.
I don't know if the blacksmith, that's what Terling to.
I mean, given what she referenced us to, like an artisan's place, pretty much. I mean, we should be able to find a forge there. It sounds like it, anyway.
Okay.
He needed to say, if that doesn't work, we can go to the Blade Bazaar and...
Because I know that we could always store it at the blacksmith's place, he's a cool guy. I'm sure we can leave our equipment there and not have a problem.
Yeah.
It's gonna take that much carapace.
Yeah, it's a lot of carapace.
I'm sure he's got storage somewhere. He works metal all the time.
Also, out of character, I didn't even need to roll a check.
No, you didn't.
You were just...
Because you're not a bumbling, dottery old fool.
See, here's why I had you roll a check. I had you roll a check because you literally had said something that makes you sound incriminating.
I have corpses.
I would like to sell the dead bodies of your brethren. Like, that sounds like that's a social faux pas that you created yourself. I didn't do that. You did that.
Okay.
Everyone looks like Kaito.
I have to sell corpses, What?
Oh my goodness. Excuse me?
So, as you guys make it down to the bridge of Landers Furrow, you see a familiar face kind of like waiting for you there.
Oh.
Ah, friends! You recognize this to be Where's the halfling?
Oh, him.
Where's?
I happened to make my way here through some of the tunnels, if only to meet my friends once again.
Are you, by any chance infected from tunnel?
Like, did you get sick?
Are you stinky?
No, we have our own. It's fine.
That's good.
I'll have to climb back down though before anyone really notices me. But I had a request for all of you.
Yes?
The halls of the sacred scrolls. I've been hearing strange things about them. Servants have been going missing, and I kind of need people to investigate.
Well, we're your people.
Any
One more thing. In terms of payment, I have no coin to offer, but perhaps you'll be willing to take something off my hands.
Like what?
He kind of like from his neck, he kind of pulls off this silken thread tied around a kind of a longish silver key. The key is 5 centimeters long. It has a fine linen cord wrapped around the bow and tied into a loop wide enough to fit around one's neck. Even yours, even Dorcas's. You know what I mean?
Wow.
The key itself is made of steel. A small glittering gem with a dark iris sits in the center of the bow.
What is this to?
Well, it's not specifically to anything. It's actually to something it can create. Although I have no need for it, my father used it to, well, make a home. He was an adventurer, you see. Adventurers rarely get a chance to settle down, and so it's best.
But Bunny's eyes kind of light up.
Mobile.
This is very, very interesting. Thank you.
There are some quirks about it, though. The home itself is supposed to be idealistic. At least that's what my father told me. So, because of that, things tend to change, and can make someone go a little nutty if you spend a little too much time in there. Just be sure to get some fresh air once in a while, yeah?
Noted.
Do you speak from experience, yeah? Please laugh. That was a joke.
Kind of smiles at you and gives a nod. He's just like, yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
Of course. Yeah, he's just gonna hold out the key to whoever wants to take it.
Honestly, I'm just kind of curious about. I mean, given the amount we have in our party, what idealistic would look like.
I'm not touching that.
Sure, it would be varied for all of you. Although keep in mind, it's going to be the bear's idealistic home. Mine is rather simple. It's just a cot.
What works.
Crimson, what is your ideal home by any chance?
I'm not telling you.
Well,
You're not gonna know until you see it. As in,
yeah, that's
I don't
why I'm
think
curious.
Can we?
what
What is the specifics of this key? Like, is it a daily thing that it recharges, or one another?
That's the problem. I've actually never used it.
Oh.
Wait, you haven't?
Does it need to be?
I've seen it and I've used it and it was described to me. I mean, like I have never really researched it. I've never looked into how it.
May I take a look?
Oh yeah. I was.
Yeah,
about to say.
honestly, she's the best.
Not
out
magically
of all of us to
inclined.
do with magic.
I know what you're looking for. You're looking for specific terms and such, of which I'm not able to gather, and I couldn't provide you even if I wanted to. I just know
That's
I know a rough
understandable.
idea of how to activate it. And that's about it.
I would very much.
Stick it up
You
your
seem
ass.
interested in it, buddy.
What the fuck, man?
Huh?
No, it's not babe. It's me.
You guys have the identify spell.
I think
Uh-huh.
that does, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Well, do you? I forgot.
Oh my
I'm
You
so
do?
fucking confused.
I was hoping that Marvel Bunny has an identify spell.
I mean, I can't hear either of them answer because other people are talking over them. Either one of you have the identify spell. Yes, no.
Mm-mm. Nope.
Badge.
What appears if your
Genlin?
party doesn't have the identify spell, unless Genlin has the identify spell.
That spell doesn't heal. Are you kidding me?
Alright, it would appear as if no one in your party has the identify spell. Oh no.
Oh no.
Crimson,
We
how
used
much?
to have it in. We used
Oh,
to have it.
don't worry. If you don't know how to use, if you guys can't know the specifics, that's fine. All you need to do to activate it is just push on the iris in the center for 10 minutes, and then you should be a-okay.
Well, that doesn't seem too hard.
Even though you
Nice
won't know the
try.
specifics of the inner workings of whatever magical shit, and if my father put on the key, he'll at least still be able to use it in some way, shape, or
At
form.
the very least, we can try it once a day. resource wise.
By to get some time outside, I think I mean don't spend like 10 years inside an extra dimensional space where you can't
Oh
find
yeah,
new people.
yeah.
I don't think I mean spend a week in there and then you go batshit insane.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
isolation in like a century will get one's madness.
Everything in
don't-
moderation, my dear friends.
It's not
I
that bad.
don't
Sounds
don't
like
think
something
it's-
my father would do.
I don't think it's intrinsic to the nature of the key. I think it's intrinsic to the nature of us, if that makes sense.
With an idealistic world.
By yourself, with no one else to share it with no company, with nothing.
Okay.
You just kind of go a little
Out
crazy.
of character-
Also, don't trust the food. The food, while it might taste good, it might make you feel full, it definitely doesn't fill you.
Oh, it's an illusion.
Oh, it's yeah.
So it's just a place of home, but not a place of eating.
You can take things in it and place things in there. I have some things squirreled away. I took some things out, knowing I would be giving it up, but I did leave a few things just in case you needed them, such as tea kettles and other kinds of things, equipment
Oh,
needed.
that could be very handy.
For storage,
Like,
yeah.
to leave
My
things in
father's forge was also hard to kind of take out of there, so I kind of left that as well as a few of his
So
books.
wait, okay, let's
Yeah.
okay.
Really useful.
Oh.
We have a need of we've a need of it forged. Or rather, we've been in need of a forge.
Wait,
English.
I
Fuck
would
you.
like to make tea.
Wait, question. All right. Hypothetically.
I personally feel like the kettle's the most important thing.
I agree.
So wait, let's say that does this item interchange if it's someone else's ideal house? Let's say if I place like I don't know an apple.
Now, that I'm unsure about. I suppose if I give it to one of you, and then you find my kettle and my forge and my father's books, then you should be able to figure it out from there, because that would mean swap to that person, so it should swap to another person too.
Then
It would just be stored somewhere different, I
then
suppose.
if I may ask for everyone, shall we explore the place a bit?
I would at least
10 minutes in
It
and
seems
out.
like you have a lot of bodies with you.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we need
Let's
to
set the
we need to
course.
deal with these because we already fumbled a little bit.
Anyway, thank you for agreeing to look into the Hall of Sacred Scrolls for me. I definitely appreciate that.
And we appreciate you gifting us this key. I think it will
I
come in very great handy.
thought it would be useful since you're out in the field doing work that I would do anyway, investigating noble houses and other such things. I figure we'll probably stumble into the same circles of work anyway.
Also, Grimson, I think you should have it. You are the man of finding shelter. Also,
Ooh, Fire Genasi's house is bound to be warm. Because he wears full his collar.
like, I mean, to hold at least. I mean, we can explore everyone's idealistic of home.
Indeed. I think that's something that could be rather fun.
Yeah. Fuck.
When you make it, can you make it?
Well, Bunny, I know you expressed some interest in it.
I mean, I do. I think it's really neat. But at the same time, I'm a little afraid when I use it, the hole will be a lot smaller than
Oh
anticipated.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, because
Maybe
you're.
one of us bigger ones should hold it, and then we'll have a big house.
They're very big.
A very big house.
Just whoever has it, can you make sure that when you're making it, you think of a moon in the sky?
Yeah, I've also
Don't find yourself fooled by the size of a place. Just because it might be small doesn't mean the realm itself isn't. It kind of has a.
Oh.
So
Okay.
what you're saying
Idealistic has-
is size doesn't matter.
I suppose I am. Coming from a halfling, though, I suppose that's a little cliche, huh?
You're a
Well,
funny
look at
one.
that one.
Not funny.
The funny.
He didn't laugh.
But-
Anyway, before the guards catch me, I think I should probably go back in my hole now.
You want some assistance?
Safe travel
before
back.
You know, fall.
Oh, no, I should be fine.
Alright.
Good luck.
Stay safe.
Goodbye, my friends. And as he says hole, he literally goes over into the street, opens up a manhole, and descends.
So that's why you meant hole.
Into the sewer he goes.
One could say he went into the abyss.
Ha ha ha. I want. Alright,
Let's
let's
go out of the abyss.
let's
Please laugh.
let's get these
Please.
let's get these corpses.
Whoever
I
has
tell you
the
guys
key-
to laugh. Like,
Wait.
Whoever has the whoever has the key, please add a homeward key to your inventory.
Homeward
That is
key.
what this
Homeward Bone?
I will.
Dark Soul?
Dark Souls. It's the
So who's gonna
homeward key.
hold it?
It doesn't weigh anything, by the way. It weighs literally nothing. This has no weight to it.
Bunny, here, catch him. Have fun.
Yeah. Bunny was really excited about it.
I'm going to reveal this to you guys.
Yay!
Oh yeah, Bunny, you have the key now. Have fun.
All players. There you
Like,
go.
out of-
Let's see. Oh, that looks
You
badass.
said homeward key, right?
I'm having some issues.
Oh.
Like,
Oh.
I think my computer literally just crashed.
Oh
Uh-oh.
no!
It's okay. Take your time. You can reboot, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna restart it.
I will
Okay.
put in general
In the meantime, you're just gonna
chat
hang out with us in the
Buddy
thing.
as the home word.
I'll keep track that you guys have it. I'm not gonna remove it from you guys at all, just because someone forgets it.
Until we just toss it into the abyss and like, oh well, we lost it.
Give it to the goblins.
Give it to the goblin. Give it to the goblin. I don't want this magic item. Give it to the goblin. So you make your way to the hold of the Deep King. I imagine, correct, Mundo? You're crossing the bridge, going to the hold of the Deep
Carefully
King.
crossing the bridge.
Yes.
Passed by other carts and other such things, noble houses, pristine. Like their carriages, by the way, are drawn by all sorts of different animals. Some of them are like these chitinous, large behemoths. These strange, domesticated umber hulks. Others are incredibly gigantic moles that sift through the road as they kind of move. Kind of like instinctually trying not to burrow and stuff like that because of the way they've been trained in other kinds of animals and other kinds of things. Giant dogs, strange-looking horses with many eyes. Like it's just a whole bunch of different like weird animals from the Underdark. And you guys make it to the hold of the Deep King. I'm going to describe that as it has its own incredibly cool description.
The song is pretty good.
It is really good. There it is. The hold of the Deep King is a dark and foreboding edifice lodged between two great columns that rise up into thick clouds of smoke that conceal the cavern's ceiling. A great basalt braziers filled with molten lava bathe the palace's facade in a hellish glow, and the dark, thick stone walls bristle with iron turrets and battlements stationed with guards and ballistas. You guys approach.
Yes.
Gotcha. As you guys move your way into the palace, you kind of like get to the gates of the palace itself. At first, it seems undefended until a whole bunch of these Dregar guards kind of like all at once reveal themselves and stand at attention. Something that they're like trained to do as part of like the mystique of the place almost. In number, as they kind of line the palace's large. Like this large staircase leading up to the palace doors themselves. You can count at least almost 50 of them, all stationed in this area, not counting the ones in the battlements or anything else. The palace itself would seem large. Does anyone actually want to get a read on how many people could probably fit in this palace?
Yeah.
So I can tell you guys. Make me general wisdom check or insight. Insight might be good here because you're tempted to glean something from the way something looks. So that.
Ayo, penis check.
Chris, with like you've seen large buildings and stuff like before in your clan. You have places that can accommodate your entire clan for meetings and other kinds of things like that. Incredibly large structures that you've created. This palace could accommodate not only your entire tribe, but at least 5 more. If like maybe it could even accommodate more than that. You get the feeling that over 200 guards could probably fit here inside the palace, while another 100 guards stood placed outside the actual palace itself.
Yeah, it's really big.
It's big.
Oh my god.
No, that's chunky.
It's a chunky
Those
palace.
are just guards. Not speaking of inhabitants, the actual commoners and noblemen and other kinds of things that are like coming through and stuff like that themselves could also make up at least like another 200. This place is fucking gargantuan in size and scale. Like this could accommodate a fuck ton of people. It's large, intimidating, as well as intricately crafted and meticulously designed. This is not a place that can be beset by any such threat, not from outside or like at all. Like this is not something that anything would be equipped to dealing with. It is impenetrable, it would seem. All the palace doors open for you regardless, as you are a part of the Deep King's guardsmen now. Hooray. You make your way inside.
Wow.
I've never seen a place so big.
Yeah, me either. It's quite large.
Quite
You're
intimidating.
big.
I am, yes, but still, this is huge. I'm only like 2 or 3 feet taller than you. It's not like I'm in a different bracket or anything.
It depends if you like transform into that ape thing.
I mean, that's only if I get real mad.
Brr. Well,
You guys make your way inside the palace. Oh boy. As you guys are walking through the palace, and just kind of like looking around, probably trying to figure out where you're going. There's a lot of movement in here, a lot of crowds and stuff like that. However, one person was awaiting you here as well. You guys can see Vol kind of walking around, kind of pacing a little bit near the entrance, worried for his son's safety. Oh no. My boy. He sees you guys approach and he gets immediately very happy. He runs up to you guys and immediately would give Crimson a big hook.
Aww.
Crimson is like surprised, but he's gonna like kneel down. I pretty much the moment he sees him, like that he's running to him, like he's taking that fucking hug,
Aww.
He's holding on for dear life, pretty much.
Aww.
that's pretty fucking sweet right there.
It's been too long.
He's kind of, unfortunately, I am not nearly as good a performer as Crimson. However, he would be kind of unintelligible in this moment, just kind of fawning over his son, who has returned to him unharmed with all his hairs on his head.
All the flames.
Darteth just kind of stands, looming behind as he normally does, just kind of overwatching, not really doing too much else. He just kind of looks over at the party. He definitely sees their cart.
Wave.
Walks over to them. I'm gonna take that off your hands for you.
That would be nice.
That'd be fun. That would be lovely. We're not entirely sure where to go with it, so let's.
I'm pretty sure they might want it back at the barracks that I delivered to the king himself. Unless he wanted to deliver it to him.
An excellent question. I'm not too sure.
Did you want to deal with an audience at this moment? Did just get back from traveling.
Yeah, I don't know. I definitely don't want to, but that I don't know about everybody else.
I'm quite tired.
A day's rest should be.
I don't even want to with like 17,000 days of rest. I just
Oh.
I don't.
All right, well, then why don't you guys take the day off, and I'll take this off your hands. Is there anything you wanted from this
You
card?
guys can go. Don't go on account of me. I'll just explore. I like to roam.
I understand. But just kind of shrugs. Is
So
there?
you guys, I know some of you are a little bit fancier
Are
of
we
folk.
in a private area? Speak, right?
No, you're like at the They're like at the entrance. There's people walking by you still, regardless.
I'd rather not say my piece on why I don't want to go, but if majority are willing, I'll go with it. I'm not really keen on being.
Could be
seems like
useful to get some gain from speaking with such a highly regarded individual.
I mean, you'd probably get your chance regardless. I mean, you're a knight. He like looks over
This
again.
is grand spectacle. We have something to show of our worth as a group. I'm speaking for everyone here because I don't want to go, but I think somebody should go.
At the very least,
A group of
I mean,
Crimson.
I'd be willing to go.
one of the ones I thought of for sure.
Tail wiggles.
And this is to
Wiggle,
go.
wiggle,
To,
wiggle.
this is to go to see the king, right? Just making sure.
Yeah.
Well,
You
I
should
don't have anything better to do. I wouldn't mind coming along.
I am rather curious of, well,
I've got to admit, I'm a little too.
his state from
Oh.
what we've heard.
I'll join you just in case of itself.
Oh, so it sounds like all of you are going then.
Except
Yeah.
for Ellen over here likes to roll.
Donkus.
I mean, what do you think, Dorcas?
Hulkstalkers. Yes.
Donkey.
Donkus.
Donkus.
I'm here.
Schmorgus.
I'm here. Just
stop
tired.
staring at the wallpaper.
I'm here. This painting looked nice.
It does
Stop
look
to
nice.
look.
Now that I'm gonna stare at the painting now as well.
What's up?
Wow.
Would you like to go to the castle, King?
Would I like to? Probably not.
Well,
I could though if you guys want me to go.
I mean, on a Sunday, right? You too.
I don't like the politics here, to be honest. It's kind of icky.
That's
so-
I don't too. I'm going to.
That's also a reason why I was saying that maybe you don't want to.
But hey,
Isn't the well? I mean, like we talked about this earlier. I'm not gonna like, you know. Are we in like good company? Is there anyone like that can overhear us that isn't our friend?
I mean, you're at the palace entrance, so
Yeah,
like,
I'm
maybe
gonna.
if someone just stops in the crowd and begins sneaking, they probably have a really good stealth spot. Just kind of like
I got your
listening.
backs if you want to go in, but I wouldn't want to. You know.
understand. I myself don't like politics, but just in case.
I mean, you don't have to go, Kaido.
It's more of a just in case measure. I'm still iffy here.
You don't know what you're getting yourself into when we go in there. Situations could arise that we are unfamiliar with.
No, there is something I should warn you about if you do go. This was going to be the next thing. Maybe this will actually help in your decision making. The Deep King, as you know, is quite mad. And not mad in the angry way, mad in the he is literally insane.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe
Yeah.
not.
That's why.
It is not uncommon for you to show up to his thing with something that he wanted, only for the thing he wanted to be the thing he didn't want, and then he kills you.
Yeah, let's just send it in the mail.
Yeah.
Let's
See, the thing is, someone has to appear before them, and then I figured
we'll get
I
a
might as
UPS
well be the
driver.
one to bear. I think I would probably be the better one to appear before him. If someone's going to take responsibility for something, I think I'll be able to handle it, and it'll mean that we'll be able to actually survive. It's probably not ideal, but I mean, when you're working with someone who's literally nicknamed the Mad King,
Have
it
you yourself
comes with the
visit?
territory.
Have you yourself visit the Mad King?
I had not had the honor yet.
As far as
Bo
I know,
has.
as far as I know, we were contracted by the Knights of the Unicorn. Forgive me if I'm butchering the name. My memory is foggy.
I was going to shake his head. Nope, that is indeed our name. Yes, that is the
Uh,
name of our order.
We were
yes.
contracted by you guys, so you guys, we did the job. Feel free to
You ju-
do what you'd like with it. You know, that's up to you.
I just don't want to put any of you at risk.
I don't see
I-
any reason to be going over your head here. You know, you're the one who's gonna deal with the rest of that. I'd like to believe.
What's up, man?
There's reasons I wanted to stay and the things I wanted to look into, such as the Hall of Sacred Skulls. I heard from certain people that other folk were going missing there. However, I also believe that I have reason to suspect the Queen is the one who is causing the King's madness somehow. I have no proof yet, but that's just what I have.
Oh, so you're
He's talking very quietly, by the way.
so
Like,
you're
very
Strange. This isn't the
quietly.
first time I've heard that suspicion. Perhaps you may
so
be onto something.
so perhaps you're using this as a as an alibi to get in and dabble around. Please.
I mean, if anyone's good at sneaking,
Yep.
me and Crimson are.
If you
I
were
would-
feeling particularly daring, he kind of like leans in to Bunny, who he presumes is the sneakiest. I assume. You could sneak within the Queen's chambers and attempt to abscond with some kind of information that might be useful to us.
But the eyebrows just kind of raised for a bit. but
Fucking
they nod.
espionaging.
I understand.
Pantaloon. It's called a panty raid.
Dude, Mr. Krabs leans into Bunny's ear. A panty raid.
No, she's
Oh
probably
my
like
goodness.
Although
nasty.
it is a very dangerous mission, and it would likely get Bunny killed. But it's her choice, their choice. They do some.
Oh, if they're caught, we're all in trouble.
It's
Yep.
none of our business. Don't risk your life for it.
We do have other means to find out. That is the last.
Mm,
There are benefits to it. I count quite a few men here, and men is what we would need to fight Drow, if that is what we were trying to do.
What say you, Father, on the subject
That's-
of
that is
fighting
the-
Drow?
That is what Vol said.
Oh,
I thought,
that's
this was
Vol.
Darte. I thought this was Darte
Darte's
speaking.
more.
No,
general.
Darte is
Darte's
darker. He's more of a Batman. He's like,
Batman.
he's got this kind of voice, you know. He's got the deeper one, and then Vol's like
Got
this. It's like, oh, it's a
Oh,
shitty
my
elf.
son!
He's got that penis voice going on.
Ah, yes,
Yeah.
my son.
No.
Bitch.
Unfortunately, I don't have very good cadence though, so I'm sorry.
No, it's not your fault.
Well,
That's the way I was
here's
born.
my suggestion. Evolve things. If we don't have information, we do the espionage. But we should investigate the halls of the sacred scrolls.
yes.
That will give us some idea if the queen is, the puppet, and making the king mad.
You mean the puppeteer,
Yes.
not the puppet.
Yeah. Sorry, my old brain's getting to me.
Pat, pat, pat.
Yeah, you seem to be having a rough day.
I really want
So,
to go home.
Vol's gonna kind of like start to lead you guys to another place, another location. He's like just walking with you. He just kind of does that thing where he like taps his son's like hip and like kind of like pulls him towards somewhere. And I imagine you all follow, correct, Amanda?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
everybody
I
following.
make a perception check to see if anyone I'm a follow
I would
now.
also like to make a perception check.
Yes,
an active perception check.
me and you. I got a 14.
The old man group.
The old man.
Surprisingly, you don't see anybody.
Okay, we're in the clear, I think.
Good.
So the party goes into a private area. Likely, your father Vol's familiar with these halls. At this point, he's probably found like a nice little nook for which to be able to talk into. However, you guys were also given a tool that you could use if you want to use that as well.
Oh yeah, the
Oh.
key.
The key?
Buddy,
Yes.
use the key.
Uh,
A really
Thought
good.
I had it.
Oh. Whoever
I
has
don't
it,
know who has it.
whoever has it,
Like,
just use it.
I mean,
Think of the mood.
Crimson, you have it. Default, go.
it'll take 10 minutes. It'll take 10 minutes to use, but I don't see why not.
Yeah, a really good place.
Spend 10 minutes pushing on the dark iris.
Yeah.
Oh, you do that? I'm
Kind-
occasionally massaging your thumb because I know it must be hard to hold on your thumb for 10 minutes straight.
Yeah.
This feels oddly sensual. This feels
it's not
awfully
like-
sensual.
It's not like it's a very hard jewel, and as you like press down on it, it begins to kind of gather heat from you. And
Oh.
you can kind of see some kind of light like on underneath your thumb, as if like the iris itself was kind of peering into you.
Wiggle,
And-
wiggle, wiggle.
As you hold your thumb on it deep into the iris, after 10 minutes, suddenly appearing before you guys, only you guys, you see a door.
These nuts.
Crimson, describe this door to me. What is the idealistic door inside of Crimson's head?
This door is made of wood, specifically oak, and it's very ordained. Though in the shape of a, you guys know how there's some windows where it's like typical in churches where it's like pained glass or shaped
Yeah, like
glass.
painted
It's
glass.
like yeah, painted glass. It's in the shape of a gorgeous dragon, one with stretching wide wings, and just a beautiful depiction. It's impossible to see or really tell what's on the other side, but coming from the light's warm glow beneath the crook of the door, it's home. That's the perfect way to describe it. It's simply
To
that.
Crimson.
It's home.
To Crimson, this would be described as home.
Yeah.
Is it on fire?
You know what? You're on fire. Shut the fuck
Fuck you. I'm gonna make Maeve store fucking water world so you get like doused in water.
Crimson, do you open the door?
No.
Fucking
No.
open it.
Crimson,
Spent 10 minutes massaging that key. You gotta open it.
Crimson, you're not gonna open the door.
He's like, no, it's just out of spite. No.
Kaito opens the
Kind-
door.
Yeah, I'm kidding. No.
See, here-
You open the door.
Well, here I have a question.
Huh?
Do you consider Kaito someone who is allowed to open the door?
No.
Kaito, you can't open the door.
Crimson, come on. We gotta go get in.
In fact, now you can't even see the door. Now that he's ordained you
What?
someone who isn't allowed to be able to.
Where's the fucking
enter his
door? What the
space.
hell? I am in.
Crimson, stop messing with him.
I'm
All right.
gonna go.
And
more
Kaito,
see-
suddenly you can see the door once again.
I'm going senile. What the hell's going on?
And Crimson will open the door.
Oh, good. The door's
Open
The
sesame.
door opens. The door opens. And you are now in front of your house. This isn't a door to the house. You're just kind of transported in front of your house. You see the same door right in front of you. And then you look behind you and you see. Describe the scenery.
Like this is the environment around them.
Yes, just the environment around your home.
Oh, so cute.
Long rolling hills and a sky that stretches on forever. It's blue. There's nary a cloud in the sky as the wind quietly rustles through knee-high grass that pretty much seems to stretch on beyond the horizons. There's distant mountains all around us. This place seems to be in the middle of nowhere, but tranquil somehow. The environment is warm, not too cold, not too hot. The sun isn't so blaringly hot that it burns you, but it's almost perfect. It's right out there and practically in this nice, lovely little environment. There's a light breeze that carries through the air.
Above the door, there is a sign. The sign is the name of the home. What is the name of the home?
The sign is on the sign is what's the word? It's Vol's last name, Earthheart.
What do you guys do? You guys go inside?
It's so warm.
Wow.
It's like we came back to the surface.
I could sunbathe here all day.
There are
I've
like
missed this place.
there are like for Mev to swim.
Hmm.
No, there's no water. Fuck you.
Cole's going to take his, Cole's going to press his hands into the earth and just kind of admire the grass.
Finally,
Grass.
grass.
Hey, when does it become night?
Yay!
Wait,
Grass rolls.
Sun.
wait.
Are
Crimson.
you guys? It's Crimson. Are you feeling tired?
Hmm?
Are you feeling tired?
He wasn't originally, but now that they're there, the kind of like fatigue of a very long journey and a very
And
like,
now
just
it's
kind
nighttime.
Oh,
And now it's nighttime.
huh. It
What?
changed.
What?
It
What the-
changes. What?
I blinked and all of a sudden it's night. What the hell?
Are you feeling tired or somewhere?
Oh,
Huh.
Are you sure?
Wait, Crimson. Can you?
Squint.
Okay. Can you?
Crimson, I have a question.
Oh,
Do you
yes.
have servants?
Hmm?
do you think a
Are
servant?
servants ideal?
No.
No.
Well,
You don't get any.
Well,
like you remember those stupid little those stupid little sprites he can conjure with the wild cunning. Those
Yes.
things. Yeah, pretty much those things.
Those are just going to dance around the environment. They are literally going to get you whatever you want.
what the fuck?
Oh,
Oh, look, it's your things.
The moment you desire something, it's probably just going to appear before you.
Can you
Carried
make me
by
a hammock?
Can you think
I-
of a hammock?
as,
cool.
as Chris mentions a hammock, do you make a hammock appear?
Yeah, I think about one.
And so, two trees rise up from the ground, a perfect distance away for a hammock to be made, and the hammock is hung by the
Huh.
weird fox creatures that dart
So
around.
it seems that even in this plane, if whoever bears the key thinks about an item, and it just appears.
Alright, I'll see you guys in 10 years when I eventually go mad.
Everyone, no!
Crimson.
I
The
understand
giant
the
pool.
lore, though.
Giant
What?
pool.
Pool.
Why would I want a pool?
I would like a pool.
Oh, Christ. He's
I would like-
grumbling and he's like,
Now,
okay,
here's
I
the
just-
thing. I think you're literally physically impossible of making an actual pool, because this means death.
yeah.
So I think this is an
It's-
impossibility for you.
This is not ideal
Sorry.
for you.
Make a hole. Make a big hole in the ground. Make a big hole.
Poof, there's a hole in the ground.
Alright,
No
I'm
water.
going to cast at my 4th level, I'm going to cast create and destroy water. Make a bunch of water.
Again, like,
So here's the thing.
I'll spend all my
As
spell
you-
slots if I need.
As you cast a spell, you feel compelled to do otherwise, and you do not.
But I want to.
You feel compelled to do otherwise, and you do not.
oh, it's Crimson must allow it because like it's his domain,
No,
right?
no, not even that.
Oh, it's
No, something else entirely.
It's just a
Because
wacky.
Crimson doesn't.
You can make me an Arcana check if you would like, Genlin. You want to
Oh.
investigate this feeling more?
I'm really good at Arcana
This
checks.
is not a wasted spell slot, by the way. You just don't burn this at all.
You just don't do it. 14.
14. You explore this feeling a little bit more, and you begin to kind of compile it. You don't feel like you're allowed to cast anything that could hurt anybody at all.
Ooh.
There's no way for you to do anything harmful here. There's
Minute meteors.
anything that would cause any harm is strictly something you cannot do here. You can't punch somebody. You can't create spells and stuff like this. You can't do anything that might hurt someone who is in this area. So as long as Crimson's somewhere here, water cannot exist.
So you can't create anything that can hurt people,
Yeah.
What if
But
Crimson
water-
just like went?
but everything can hurt people.
Wait.
I'm a
No.
little worried about
The
what
world
happened
seems
if you left and then it like closed and we were still in there.
I can bludgeon
I
you with a ham.
Oh,
No, it doesn't mean the ham
Thinks
is
about, like,
dangerous. This is just water. We need water to
Crimson-
survive. Now I'm concerned. What are we gonna drink?
Crimson is thinking about Crimson now is thinking about a comically sized ham, like a comically large ham on a bone.
That's a
It
big-
appears next to Dorcas.
That's a big
Does it?
ham.
Dorcas, you do have a water flask. Do you see if that's still there and do you open it up and shit?
Yeah, is there water in my water skin?
Yeah, there is. There is still water in the watering can.
Phew.
So whoever outside.
Remember, I said you can't create anything that would hurt anybody here.
Yeah, but I drink a lot of water.
I'm a big fella.
We can't create water.
I guess we
Dad,
gotta
yeah,
step
he
outside
makes
to
a
do
lot.
that.
Can we
All
just
up
step
here
outside and then fill up
makes a
everything
lot
and
of
then come
piss.
back in?
Yeah, you can.
No.
You could. Do you desire to leave?
No, not yet. I still got water.
That is true, but like, would you, after thinking about this, be like, I
Oh
would
my
like
God.
to see if there's an exit? Like, you just have a feeling you'd like to see the exit, right?
Is there an
Nah,
exit?
everyone's cool so far. I'm solid.
Wait, is there
Okay.
an exit?
Did you want to see the exit?
Is there an exit? I'm just curious. So,
There is an exit if you want there to be one.
It's up your ass and around the corner.
Guys,
Did I
let's just
get
go
my
inside.
comically large
yeah,
ham?
let's just go inside the fucking
Yeah.
house.
Can I get a comically large ham?
Yeah, did
Yeah,
I get a
you can take-
comically large ham?
Yeah, that was like it spawned in like right next to you. It's for you to take.
Awesome. Well, you see, this is also a weapon as far as I'm concerned. It's comically large. This was made not for eating, but for bludgeoning.
I'm
Why
So-
don't you try and bonk something with it?
You question the realism in a fantasy game where there is fucking elves.
But my
This is like
comically
one of
large
those-
ham.
This is one of those weird hypotheticals of what's an idealistic home. So there, expect there to be weird contradictions, like and stuff like that. Just because, again, it's like a paradox. Like this place literally can and cannot exist in the way that it is attempting to.
Fucking, are we in a Skinner box? Like fucking.
I would like a
Yeah,
few
you kind of are in a Skinner box. You literally do
Wait,
and don't
he-
exist at the same time,
we
and
hear-
so does everything else around you.
God, that's horrifying.
And on top of that, I'm actually not the one describing the scenery. I'm not the DM anymore. Vice is.
Vice,
Wow.
I am the DM.
Vice, we go inside your
Ah.
home. What the fuck's in your home?
Well, you're not going inside my home till I'm going inside my home.
Yeah, I'm waiting for your ass.
Well, that depends. Has Dorcas bonked anyone with the comically large ham yet?
I'm gonna
Attempted
try to hit Kaito with the ham.
Can I get the ham?
Wait, what are you?
You're gonna
Ah!
attempt to hit Kaito with the ham.
Yes.
Now here's the thing, Kaito. Do you want to be hit by the comically large ham?
She will like dodge it.
Do you want to be hit? Do you want to be hit by it though?
Sure, why not? And he's like, ham.
All right. So Dorcas, you're able to swing at him with the comically large ham.
Ah,
Awesome.
the hell?
You seemed like you wanted to be hit.
Now, like,
I mean,
Like-
it's
now,
just,
Kaito, you're just greasy on like one side of your face.
I'm
It's like
always-
extra oily. and
I'm
greasy.
always greasy. As I say,
For some reason, I thought that it was going to stop me, like how it stopped Dad from someone in the water.
Huh.
here, let me try.
I think
I-
they,
I try to bonk Dorcas with the comedy launch.
I don't want to be
Dorcas,
hit.
I
do
say-
you want to be bonked with the comically
No
large
shot.
ham?
What the fuck?
All right, so Sonny, as you try to bonk him with the comically large ham, the comically large ham phases through Darkness and doesn't do anything.
Huh.
Yeah, that's
I
I
think
say,
the world
As
as
ain't
this
so.
happens, like another one spawns in like Dorcas's hand, so now they both have one. You're now about to like it's
Duel.
like you were supposed to come
Ham
in.
duel.
duel,
Ham
comically large
But
ham.
Dorcas has an advantage because
But
he doesn't want to
Dorcas
be
is
hit, but he wants to hit
cheating.
Kaito. Dorcas is literally
desires,
cheating.
desires the ham.
It doesn't matter. One person involved is not willing.
Go-
Dorcas, fight him.
Why?
Why?
Not fighting him if
It's
he's
it's
not.
I
fun.
think we
No,
find it funny.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize the giant forest man was here for your amusement. I'm sorry. Yes, now I'll sing and dance next. Oh yes,
It's
Bunny,
my
play
job.
it. Play it soon. I need to entertain.
A funny hat
Dorcas, you're
appears on
being
Dorcas.
emotional.
Stealing my
I'm just
jam.
fucking with them.
A funny hat appears on Dorcas. Amazing.
Oh, okay, word.
Kaito eats the big ham. That doesn't.
Is it yummy?
I don't know. It just.
He's just gonna be eating it.
You guys can spend all time and day here, all for forever, literally mucking about and doing whatever you want.
Until we leave.
My question is, do you want to listen to Vol what he had to tell you?
Can we go
Yeah.
inside?
I want to go inside first.
Yeah.
Or
I'm
at least I
chilling on my
want to
hand.
head inside first.
Big chilling.
You guys enter the inside of the cottage. Oh boy. What is the inside?
Your mom.
You see your mom.
No, so kind of the first thing that hits you is that it's a little bit hotter in here. not sweltering, not really enough to be like, oh my fucking god, what the fuck is this? No, but it's just like there's like heat that's radiating from a portion of the house. It's like if you're to come in, there's a couple different doorways that lead off in different directions. As it's not so much a cabin in like the middle of nowhere, but kind of like a small manor in in the middle of nowhere, and there's heat coming off from a place that leads downwards. But it's a rather wide area. At least in the center, there's a large open room, and you can see right there. There's this mat that looks a lot like it. There's this mat. There's this area that's filled with sand, as if like you took an environment of the desert and then just placed it in there. And right there would kind of be like like an area for a quail to just kind of romp around in, pretty much.
Unfortunately, Aquila is not here right now, as she had to stay outside the palace. Very sad.
Why?
No way you're getting a giant dragon in here.
Could she not fit through the door?
No.
But what if I desire her to fit through the door?
No, I mean, you would have had to leave her at the palace. She would have had to go for now, unfortunately.
What if we just shrank her?
This is discrimination.
Although, is Aquila an essential part of your happiness?
Yes, absolutely.
Hey, where do you want to quit? All right. Well,
This is weird.
I would imagine that like if she's here, she would be burrowing up from the sand because I've studied up on blue dragons. They live in arid environments in the desert.
Now, here's the thing: because you're imagining her burrowing out of sand and being here immediately, you guys are just gonna you guys see a weird hallway up here attached to the house, like to the right. It wasn't there a moment ago. It is filled with sand. Suddenly, digging out from underneath it is a gigantic dragon that is Aquila, with a big dopey head that sticks out into the fucking main room. A wacky, uproarious realm, to be sure, as you guys are gazing upon Aquila's big head. It lounges like a sofa in the main room.
Is it real or was it just weird manifestation?
Well, there you are.
Okay.
Give Aquila a pat.
Aquila doesn't say anything or really move. It just kind of like acknowledges you.
It's just there. It's a weird fucking house.
Yeah.
So who gave you this? Was this a gift of some sort from someone? Did you find this somewhere?
It was a gift.
Yeah, we killed someone
Yes.
right now.
Kaido.
I'm kidding. Come on.
Kaido.
Who gave this to you?
Worse.
Heard rumors that revolutionary.
A stout halfling. A bit.
About as old as I, huh?
Yes. You went to the manhole.
Perhaps.
I see Crimson's trying to replace me then.
What? No.
Phil just smiles. He's drunk.
What the
It's a
fuck?
joke.
Kenny,
Yes.
check DMs.
Oh, fucking Christ.
What does he want this time?
So
Oh, God. Dude, this is about to be... So, Vice, here's the thing.
Yeah.
That can't happen because of one person that's here.
Oh my god.
Huh?
Oh.
Huh?
That can't happen because of one person that is here, unfortunately.
I see. Ouch. I see. Damn.
Crimson
That's,
like-
that's a double-edged sword right there.
Do we see Crimson's like in a bit?
Crimson's like looking around probably for something he thought would be here, and then just kind of realizes, oh, it couldn't be for whatever reason.
What?
Wrong.
No, he's oblivious to something. You're like he didn't change at all. He's just like kind of like looking at Vols. Like it's like a little bit expected. What's up, you know?
Okay. So.
Anyways, what were you talking about?
All right. I think I know the Furblokes, both Dorcas and Genlin. You both wanted to free your people, and I would also like to see your people free. And I think all of us haven't talked with each other. I don't think all of us have kind of become aligned quite yet in terms of goals and plans and such. You guys have proven yourselves, most certainly. You've come back unharmed, and it would appear my worries have been, well, misfounded. So, do you want to help me? Do you want to help me free your people? Would you like to aid me in my quest in taking down Solus Kong, from preventing the demon lords from rising above? Is this something that you would like to help me with? Or do you have your sights set on something smaller? Is it just your people you're interested in? He's talking to both of you guys, by the way, both the Furblogs and the party, who are muted.
Chris,
Gotcha.
Chris wants pee.
I mean, Crimson is like, or I guess Crimson is like, I just like this should. I should probably at least clarify this, but I only speak for myself.
Oh, I know. That's why I'm asking all of you individually.
Okay, all right. That's yes.
Much as I want to, I rather.
I assume both father and son are aligned in what they're attempting to do.
Yes, Solus Khan is our mutual enemy.
He's gonna smile at you and be like, "I meant them, but I suppose we are."
Kind of lightly bats Crimson. He's talking to them.
Crimson looks down. He looks sad. He's like, "Oh."
I mean, your input is still important, but you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to make any decisions that would make the party feel uncomfortable, so I'd be
You
curious
have your
to
own
hear their
story, you're
opinion.
your own person.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Your own voice. What do you think?
And I think we'd like to hear it.
If anyone wants to jump off the barge early and help us out with only a series of steps, I'm fine with that. I don't need you to be with us all the way through. I can always try to find someone to... I'm not going to say replace, because people aren't really replaceable in that kind of way. At least not to me. But we can try to make up for your loss if you did depart from our group after accomplishing what you wanted to accomplish.
Can I message you?
Maybe absence is a better word.
I got plans afterward, so I'm looking to see it through. That's all.
Wait, Kenny, can I message you?
Would you like... You would like to help me then?
Yeah.
Okay. This will be a troublesome task, but I suppose so. What about your father? It seems he's preoccupied, actually, looking at...
What? Standing right here. What do you mean?
I like to imagine Genlin was definitely spacing out, and then
I was
comes back.
definitely sitting there eating like some dried beef, just ripping it apart.
You're paying attention. It looks so good. It's just like, seems your dad wasn't really listening, and then he's just like, I totally was, dude.
Yeah, I was here. I never said I was listening.
Dang.
Damn.
What do you want from me? What do you need?
Would you like to see this through, or are you just in it to save your people?
See what through? Like killing the demon?
Yes.
I mean, he went inside of me, so I'd like that to. Yeah, I don't like.
That's
Maybe not exactly the demon.
Different
Khan,
different demon.
but
they
one.
all kind of meld together.
I feel you should explain exactly who Solus Khan is to them. I don't know the full details myself, and if there's any time to truly be open about your goal, now is it. Now is that time.
So let's. I suppose you're talking to me, correct? Me?
Yes. Solus. No, I'm talking to Vol.
To lay my plans bare, I seek to kill Solus Khan. I have heard tell from both all of you now, and from other people, that there are also demon lords down here. One's lost to time. From battles thought they were beaten in, only to them to have emerged down here somehow, such as the Demigorgon and Zigamonti. Lots of big names.
Never heard of him.
Big threats, which the Knights of the Unicorn are adept at dealing with.
I
and
will
must
say,
deal with.
now
We
that I
are just
fully understand
people,
the situation,
though. So.
now that I fully understand the situation, what you were asking of me, if I plan to see this through, I will say, once I get my people, I will need time to take them back up and secure something for them. So
This is fair.
I don't. If it's time sensitive, then I worry that maybe I'm not the right guy to accompany you guys all the way through. But I would
Something
like to
that
get my people to safety first.
you guys mentioned you had direct contact with the Demon Lord, though. And what I'm curious of all of you, this is a question all of you can answer. Did you happen to hear his destination?
Mostly he was
This place.
What's the name of this city?
Uh-oh.
This is Gracklestag?
Gracklestag, that one.
And he was moving nowhere else?
I don't know. He was
He didn't
mostly just trying to play at
tell
my
us.
emotions and rip apart my
I'm
happiness and
I'm gonna make it.
Would the party like to make a history check?
I'll make it.
Yeah.
Can I make a history and intelligence just connect the dots real quick?
I'd like to point out as well that this seems like a very difficult task to surmount too.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I have your backs, you know. No matter what happens down here, we're gonna get through it.
Please,
But in
please don't
terms
mistake
of
what I'm saying. You're not going to be fighting a demon lord, friend.
yeah, but even confronting the no, you act like that's a far-fetched thing, my friend.
It's been done before. It has to be done. In fact, there's a reason he's down here and not above on the surface.
In terms of stepping stones and priorities, it does feel like saving my enslaved race of people might be like, you know, a first step thing, and then, you know,
I'm willing to.
I'd rather
somewhat-
fight people and not demons first to save mine. That's all.
No, that is fine. Although what I am looking, by the way, the 14 from Kaito. Yeah, Kaito. In past conversations, he has mentioned the city of spiders as his destination. He has said that on multiple occasions. You had heard him talk about the city of spiders, the Demigorgon.
Well, wherever he is, he's aiming towards going to the city of spiders. Kaito-chan.
And like with that, Vol's going to point over at Kaito and be like, "Well, it seems like his destination and where your people are in fact one and the same."
Sounds good.
Oh, yikes.
Seems like the final confrontation is going to be very large, consisting of many different sides.
Wait a minute. Where's my fucking daughter?
Probably somewhere in the palace, probably within the barracks.
Alright, cool.
She's capable of handling herself.
Yeah, I'm just asking. Sorry, I'm kind of.
I mean,
I've personally witnessed her abilities. Don't worry,
I
she
know.
is fine.
her abilities?
She is strong.
Like, I mean, like, I'm just
went down
asking
here
because.
together.
Yes, it's just the fact that during most of our journey, she was, in a sense, shell shocked.
Not to mention
I'm
possessed.
just. Yes, exactly, from possession with the very same demon that possessed our dear friend Ginlin.
It must have happened somewhere along your journey then, not on ours.
Well, yeah, it's just. I'm glad to hear she's doing okay.
I've witnessed her at her peak. You've probably witnessed her exhausted and unable to do, traumatized.
But at very least, she is at her peak at this moment, right?
I'm just glad.
Indeed, she seems to be doing a lot better. Actually moving around and talking now.
That's good.
Yeah.
Enjoys fighting in the yards with the other guardsmen. Regardless, to expand on fighting a demon lord. To fight a demon lord, you do not approach the demon lord with a sword. Not personally, anyway. And if you
I don't
do,
have one.
it's not with one; it's with hundreds of blades. That's how it was done before, and that's how it'll be done again, with hundreds and hundreds of blades. Now I know what you're thinking. Why don't we just get all the Knights of the Unicorn with all their fancy dragons and all their blades and all and come down here in the Underdark? Unfortunately for us, the Underdark's a fickle place. Lots of caverns. Not really. None of our order is actually very good at exploring this kind of cavern. You guys have expressed to me that Crimson's actually quite adept at it. He's the
Yes, very.
exception. He's the exception.
And
I am not even good at navigating this place.
and God knows how long they will um
Now, that being said, imagine marching an army down here with drow who are good at committing incredibly quick, lightning-fast ambushes that capture many smaller groups of people over a long period of travel, because they would be marching an army down here and fighting many skirmishes all along the way to the city of spiders, finally making it to the gate with all of your troops worn down, all of your supplies wasted, exhausted, and literally no idea how to get back up. You'd also have to march through 2 cities, which would have to also permit you access to going through their city with an army, which typically isn't actually a good idea, because armies tend to ravage literally everything they go through, because it's an army. It tends to be uncoordinated at the back end. You can't just march thousands of men from the surface into the Underdark and expect that to go well, you know? It's better to figure things out, you know, or make it open in our case. And he's going to gesture to the black box that he has.
Oh.
Question, sir. Is it possible that we can perhaps get more assistance besides the city?
Oh yes, like I said, we're going to make an opening.
Well,
Make
an opening.
We're gonna blast through the cave roof like it's nothing, like it's paper.
And
Sounds. That's a brilliant idea. And do you expect to do that with that item?
Should be simple enough, so long as we can get to the top and two.
I immediately got my concerns.
Wait. Kenny, can I make a history check on the group name with the mind flare, real quick?
Go on ahead.
Because it's been a while. I'm playing.
Yeah, go on ahead.
Could I play him a little tune?
Ooh, that's a fail.
Maeve. Oh, no.
They are incredibly powerful heroes of legend, known all throughout history, time, and space.
Kaito will just look at Crimson. Do you know the mind flare guy that talked to you?
The Seekers of Knowledge.
Yeah, maybe we can have their assistance. Weigh in our options.
Something to consider.
I think what would be valuable is having a standing army that is willing to fight the drow, that actively hates them, is actually impeded by them. And that would be both Gracklestag, who is constant, which is the city we're currently in, as well as Blingdenstone. Blingdenstone is known as the City of Refuse. There's many refugees there, and on top of that has a larger population than Gracklestad. Many a number of troops can be recruited from there, and on top of that, Gracklestag already has many trained officers and other such things which would be useful to move over there, gather up all those
keep
people,
on
and then
dwindling because they're being directed to the.
And that's true. They're being fought.
Yeah.
Now I'm
not to mention this place already has been.
Tell me of your mission really quickly. What was strange about? Did you fight any Myconoids? Did you have to?
No,
not really. They
were
neutral.
They were fairly docile. Yes.
Yeah.
We were able to communicate with them fairly well. In fact, thanks to the efforts of Dorcas, he can speak with them.
Perhaps Zigamonti herself then has to control only a certain amount of them at a time. Perhaps that's how that works.
That is what it would seem. The colonies that we came into contact with, they seemed, as absurd as it may sound, too far out of reach from Most of them hadn't even heard of her influence or of her
And-
herself.
And we do have an inn with a myconoid, right?
I don't think they could be valuable because
Uh-huh.
if they can be controlled by the goddess of fungus, she could easily just
Okay.
use them as kind of extra troops that we'd be carrying into battle for her. So I think our best bets are definitely, and the reason why I think this is a good plan, is getting Gracklestag in tip-top shape, figuring out where the corruption's coming from, figuring out who is causing the King's Madness, put an end to that, then go to Blingdenstone, recruit who we can, and then from there, make our way
Can I?
above to Waterdeep to see who we can recruit from the surface, get the Knights of the Order in on it, and then from there, make our way to the City of Spiders and make our grand entrance by blasting a big old hole right in the top.
Buddy kind of cringes at that. Like,
Mev, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
You're smart. Is there a goddess or god of fungi that can help the myconoids out?
There is only one known in lore, which is Zigamati.
Really?
There are no other.
Right.
There are no others.
Maybe like what about nature then?
The very reason you don't hear goddess of life and demon of life in the same sentence is because there can only be one to hold that title, no matter their alignment.
Zegamati is really
Father.
To converse with her.
I have noticed that there's been some hesitance at the bomb, though. Some people don't like the bomb. He's gonna look over at Bunny.
it seems like,
want to cave in now.
well,
Oh no!
there's
you don't
most
worry about
definitely going
Kate.
to be several. Like,
No. You don't
I'm-
understand the nature of this bomb.
Let them speak.
Oh, sorry.
No,
I was just concerned about how it'll affect things in the aftermath. I mean, it isn't just the drow that live there. It is their
Drow?
slaves. It is the people they've taken in. It is the people who don't even want to be there to begin with. What about them?
I mean, that would depend on. Well, there'd probably be. He's like kind of like looks on how to phrase this. He's like pursing his lips, and like thinking. Do you want to make an insight check on him?
Yeah.
His mind.
Fart.
He seems like he's trying to avoid a social faux pas in this moment, so you can make an insight check on him.
I will assist.
15.
Oh.
With a 15. Oh, okay. You're assisting. Go on ahead.
15. Yeah, just a 15.
I'll go with the 15. I think I'll go with the 15. The 15. He's definitely concerned for them. He's not as concerned for the fellow blue people because he feels like they'll be handled because they're from like on the onset. There's an idea of them in this mission. You know what I mean? Like there's a goal in mind which he can communicate to people. For everyone else, though, it seems like because furbolgs are recognizable and other kinds of things like that. They have things that are easily distinguished and therefore they can be orderly, like picked out of a group. Everyone else, though, it's kind of the more orders you give, the further that kind of distinction begins to kind of blur, and the more casualties that you see from just random bystanders also kind of go up, just as disorganization and other kinds of things are happening. And because he's planning on taking 2 different armies from 2 different places, and then possibly from 3, this army is probably one of the most unorganized like militia fights ever, and it's going to quickly become a massive fucking bloodbath.
Can I weigh in my insight too
for everybody
with my soldier background? Like this plan is like not really a good plan at all.
Make a history check and relate it to other battles that you've heard of.
Sure.
Why don't we just use the bomb on the demon?
6.
Go on ahead, roll again.
Well, I mean,
All right.
The demon is the heart of the city. If you use it on the
9.
demon, then many different other innocent lives will be
Anyone-
caught up in the
We
aftermath.
draw the demon out and then we use the bomb.
I doubt that's
Does anyone-
possible.
Does anyone want to make a... Do you want to boost the 9 with something?
I can
Bunny, I
do my
need
little.
your jazz. I need thinking music.
Do, do, do,
All right, roll a
do,
It's
d4
falling
and then another.
apart.
Roll a d4, a
Uh,
d4, and then a d6, please.
D4,
Ooh,
D6.
It seems like everyone wants to boost this roll.
Yeah.
let's make him smart, guys.
So
All right,
that's
there
a
we go.
10. That's a
9,
14.
18. 18's the total.
Alright.
With an 18, from what you're able to recall, how the Demon Lord was fought back initially, was through the help of many, 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 many different people, all rallied together through a very strong command of El Mister. El Mister is a powerful wizard, in fact, the most powerful wizard in all of the multiverse. He's known as a plane shifter, able to kind of manipulate like certain kinds of things. He's literally seen other dimensions and other kinds of shit like that. He is crazy. He is whack.
Awesome.
That's the leader that you have that fought back the Demigorgon. He's the one that fought demons. You have Vol, and Vol is quite good at talking to people, organizing things, and convincing people of certain things politically. In terms of being actually aptitude, in terms of fighting, no. Crimson's got him beat there. So what he is describing is instead of using an incredibly powerful like wizard who was able to just kind of transport all of his troops to where they needed to be, incredibly effective army essentially. Who's able to kind of war master stuff. He's just going to throw a whole bunch of shit at the Demigorgon and hope it fucking sticks. And that's not necessarily the best idea. It's not the worst idea. It's not the best idea either. But it's better if he doesn't have El Mister. Like this is better if like this is like the best he's got. This is it. He's the only one trying to do shit too. So, I mean, perhaps there could be a better plan. But this is literally all he has, and pretty much all you have too.
I relay this knowledge.
So we just recruit a super powerful wizard. Got it.
I mean, we do have, the all-knowing
I-
tribe to maybe ask.
I'd
them.
lodge-
Unfortunately, no one knows where El Mister is, so we can't recruit him necessarily.
What's about the spell Gate? Essentially, it could do the same thing. So
That's what El Mister was able to do.
But we don't have a wizard in our midst.
We don't. I mean, you do. I am a wizard. I know petty magic. I know.
Petty magic.
I can. I can make you trip.
And what
I
if
can
we were
clean
to
up
get
some
our
messes
hands on-
here and there. I can
What
throw a
if we were-
fireball.
What if we were to try and get our hands on a scroll of Gates? Would you be able to use it, or are you not skilled enough to do so?
That'd be one use though.
Need many
It
Multiple.
wouldn't be a. It wouldn't with a whole bunch of them maybe, but that would be expensive. High level magic's
We
hard
would
to come
only-
by as well.
We would only need one. Essentially, if we had the materials, we would be able to copy it.
Look, the only way if we're gonna find fucking this wizard dude is the fucking
I think this would all take too long. I think gathering loss would take far too long before the Demigorgon succeeds at it, whatever he's trying to do, and eventually makes his way out. I think this would be a better idea if we just marched there with a large standing army and just attempted to confront him.
A blitz, so to
even
say.
if it would be massive losses, even if people were to die, it would be better to banish the demon than have the demon do whatever it wants to do and walk around like it owns the entire material.
we need some heavy divine intervention to do that shit.
The gods historically don't intervene.
Hey, Kenny,
I'm.
Yep,
could you check DMs?
I am DM master.
I think back to the village of Kuatoa and the carnage that it was left in, and truth be told, I don't want to think about that on a larger scale.
Yeah.
So, Maeve, do you mention something?
Sweat.
Looks at
Yeah.
Maeve, are you
Well, my father, he's a very wise wizard. Perhaps he could help. He's a bit difficult to work with, but I believe if there's a good reason, he might be willing to help.
You have a way of contacting them.
I've unfortunately lost contact with your father long ago.
And if
We
we
could
only
always find a way.
man, if we only have sending the spell.
We do intend to go back on the surface at some point or another. When we go there, we could make an attempt to find him and meet him.
But that takes time.
I have told you all my plan now. You have a good idea of why I'm scheming, I imagine, correct?
Well, there's
Everyone
something you
understands
haven't
what's
explained
going
yet.
Oh, what am I missing?
Who is Solus Khan?
Why is Solus Khan? No, I'm kidding.
Solus Khan is a elemental lord of fire, probably on level with that of. Well, actually, he surpassed Enix, previous primal lord. Him being on the material isn't good either. He's equally as bad, if not worse, in some cases. And plus, I have personal history with him, so I would very much like to see him dead.
Hmm.
Man, this whole killing demon stuff is crazy. I just want to get my people out at this point.
That's fair. Getting your people out's going to be crazy too, my friend. You're going to require a lot of help. You think you can just waltz into the city of spiders with thousands of drow?
Not to mention all the demons headed towards there.
Best we can do is cause a mighty distraction, and that would be the best thing we're able to do to get your people out. I think your people will end up just fine. I think everyone else has stuff to worry about.
I don't know how much I value your opinion on people's lives, considering you're willing to throw them at a demon for nothing.
I second that notion.
So I get you think you know what you're talking about my people being fine. My people have been suffering for months. And while you've been sitting here talking about plans, we've been trudging through these fucking tunnels, excuse my language.
I trudged just as far.
I get it. But what
Technically,
have you
I trudged
done
further.
while you've been here? You've been talking about plans.
Confirmed a conspiracy inside of Gracklestad.
It's cool, Dad. We'll figure it out.
Either way, options will open for us. I think a good start is
He
heading.
hasn't been doing nothing here. He opened the window for us to be here, for us to have audience, not simply just with the king, but with this place as a whole. He's established the hold of the Drakeborns here, and without that, we would still be on the other side of the city. I understand where you're coming from, but he isn't sitting on his ass. He hasn't been. And that's something I feel very passionate about.
Well,
Listen, boy,
Thank you, my boy.
there's a couple things that we value different. And I'm just gonna leave it at that.
at the very least, we all start to going towards the hollows. Guest scrolls. Dyslexia.
Sacred scrolls.
Yeah. At the very least, from there we can try to find options. Try to find another way. Because we could go with this plan, but we can always find another.
Would you propose something different?
Like I said, we do have options. If we meet with the Mind Flayer again, we can ask for an audience.
You mentioned that you wish to seek out Elmister, the Great Wizard, and see maybe see what he has to say. Perhaps it's something that you would also want to do.
If he's still around, yeah, but that's a finding a needle in the fucking abyss.
Indeed, it is. Or a needle in the multiverse. You might actually have to go to another dimension to find him. Given
exactly,
we don't even know where he could be. He could be in the Shadowfell for all we know.
But here's the thing. I think if we talk to the Mind Flayer, he might have a gleam or the inkling, or the group have an inkling of where he is currently.
I mean, they are
Players are strange creatures.
Yep.
They are a group of knowledge.
So they are knowledgeable of finding a murder.
I am willing to admit that my plan is not the most humanitarian, nor is it the best one.
But it's
However, I hope you all acknowledge it's the only one I'm actually physically capable of performing.
and it will be and
I understand that.
it will be noted.
If you can make a difference, if you can do something I cannot do, if you can bring in something I cannot bring, then it can change and it can be better. And we can make it better together. But that involves all of us working together. We'll get nowhere insulting each other and demeaning each other's accomplishments. It's better if we all work as a team and try to figure everything out.
Why not give us a
You're
few
all
days?
acting Drake Wardens now, after all. You're all Drake Wardens. Isn't that exciting? You've been knighted. You're a knight. You're making history and going on adventures and figuring things out and slaying monsters and other things. Ooh.
Yes, I care about all of those things. Very great.
Crimson, do you know the location of said group, or they did not mention it at all?
No, they didn't give me the name. Well,
The
I want to
location?
make a history check because I figure because we were talking very long time for, and I figure at least at some point, you know, you would just like, hey,
Maybe
I want to
once
come
in
visit you.
contact?
Hold up, you know.
Sure, make a history check.
Can I
Yeah.
assist?
I'll
Because
probably
like
need help
I
with
think
this.
Kaito was like awake, like
Double 11. So no, you were asleep. I was the only one awake.
yeah.
I could.
Just bump it up.
I'll probably need some boosts. Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
If you want to boost it, you can.
Yeah.
They have been researching. They have been researching the demonic gas as well as demons for a very long time. There's an excellent chance they may know something we do not.
Yeah, I'm really
D6,
glad you guys
Crimson.
are interacting with my campaign.
Yeah.
Thank you guys, by the way, for actually interacting with my campaign and treating it like it's an actual thing. You're like, I fucking thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good thing I brought it up. Like we're not really, you know,
My,
arcane inclined.
oh wait, what am I supposed to roll?
D6.
D6.
Because
Oh, I thought
these
for
nuts,
Bardic.
bitch. Come on, let's go.
bitch.
D6.
Bitch. Beat your
Ooh,
ass.
13.
Oh,
Does anyone else
Anything
want to
else?
boost it?
yeah. This seems like a really important
Yeah,
thing.
this is a really.
Boost these nuts, bitch.
Carolyn, can you give your yeah? Can you give your
D4, please.
healing touch?
Was the D6 from Bunny?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
So that's what, 5?
16. That'd be enough.
15.
Oh.
Yes.
One more?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh. If I do next
Do you want to do it too?
More details, maybe.
Try to boost it. If you roll a 4 or something, you might get even more information.
Wow! 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 Wow!
Hey, let's go!
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's 16 into 20, meaning you guys have reached another difficulty level. So there you go. You guys are going to get tons of information. Oh boy,
Amazing.
oodles from this shit. That's
Noodles
a dirty.
and
Where's Noodle?
synthetic wood.
Noodle pops out of the backpack. Noodle doesn't understand warfare.
Goes back to the backpack.
He's not a part of this crime.
I don't like.
Stuff them back in the sack.
I envy Noodle. I will put him under my hat.
And so, Crimson, make a history check. With your history check, the Seekers of Knowledge are a very secretive group. Not much is known about them. They've been mentioned in history from time to time. They're known to help people kind of solve problems like this, actually. They're known for having ancient lore about demons and other such things. And a mind flayer is a strange creature. It comes from another plane of existence, for one. Number two, the fact that it is here on the material means it must have come from some kind of strange world. So it probably has a lot of knowledge that you quite possibly could never obtain. It's said that mind flayers are actually able to travel through the astral plane in large ships, resembling that of like massive boats that are kind of elongated and covered in steel and other kinds of things, with these strange kind of large weaponries and other such things on the side. As in, they can literally travel through space. Mind flayers and Gith are spacefaring races. So if you're looking for weird space age creatures, alien-esque monsters, then mind flayers would be your deal. And they also live for fucking forever. So if anyone would have a shot of knowing where Elmister is, it would probably be a mind flayer.
Which we have in contact. Hey, let's go.
Now it's just a matter of finding a mind flayer somewhere in a dank cavern. That really narrows it down. Now you don't have to go searching the multiverse. Instead, you just have to search the Underdark some more. Get caved.
And to find the mind flayers, we'd have to look for the
Heroes.
stinky gas, the demon
Would-
gas.
Would part of the
narrows it down
history
even
check be
further.
remembering, like, would from that history check, could I garner kind of where, if he mentioned where his, his little hidey hole is, like where he's camped in, or where the location?
Oh, like where
is, I
he's
guess.
like moved towards, like, oh, I'm going here
Right
next.
10 near the Dark Lake.
To go back.
So where you are.
Let's
Any
go
other specifics?
skinny dipping.
Go out. You guys could literally go out of the city and begin investigating immediately. Is what you could do if you wanted to go find him.
So after explaining all the information that Kenny gave us, from add two things. Like, something I wish to point out though is that, well, hold on a second. So I'm gonna use that one feat. Actually, I don't even know if it's gonna work in here. The feature where it's like I can ping if there's like, hey, there's
Yeah,
fiends
no,
and shit
you
here.
can't. You can't. You're
Would that work?
No, you're
Would
not
that work here?
You're in extra dimensional space, not actually in the palace.
You get to step out and then do it,
Ah,
and then
yeah.
we can
Right.
figure it out.
Bye bye.
Once I step out, I plan on trying to locate that fiend that was in pursuit of us before, but as it stands, no idea where it is or what it's doing per se. I'm a little bit wary on heading backwards, but if we want to split up and handle multiple avenues at once,
Oof,
that may be
splitting
the
up.
wise idea here.
Mhm.
We've handled many things together, but nothing so quite as divisive as this.
I'll tell you what, because I've been criticized for sitting on my ass, I am now in the mood for adventure. I will handle one problem while you handle another. I could either search out for this group of mind flayers myself. You have a contact, of course, so perhaps you'd be better fit for this. Or I could go to the halls of sacred scrolls and begin looking into that myself. Or if you prefer, I could do neither, and you can all
I think
do everything.
him going to Hall Secretary would be a bad. Because if we track him back, we will expect things. Based off
I don't know if we've explored all the avenues.
If you
of what
ordain
we
me
may
with
need to
another
do.
task, I'll do that instead. You just have to give me another one.
Ah, man. What, you want to sneak in the palace and find the queen's pantaloons? Oh,
Perhaps not her pantaloons, perhaps more signs of corruption, perhaps solid evidence to bring before the king. That's a third
Solid
option.
evidence is nice,
but that is very
especially in this world
dangerous.
of madness.
I'll admit I'm not nearly as stealthy as I used to be, but I'm not quite very bad either.
But that is very dangerous. Oh, very dangerous.
I mean, looking for mind flayers is also dangerous.
That is true.
And going and investigating corruption with the halls of sacred scrolls is also dangerous. All of these things are dangerous.
Man, we have a lot of options, huh? Don't we?
Either way.
Yes,
At
for
least
the
we
time
have
to
them.
cover them all.
So what would you all like to do? Where should we start first? Seems like we have three things that we could do.
In the meantime, while we go about these things, well, we should have more time to mull over what larger option we wish to go with. I feel there is perhaps information we could find while going about these tasks that could help us change our plan of action with dealing with the city of spiders. But either way, it would be foolish to make a decision so hastily. We do need more time.
So perhaps you'd rather me researching things for you.
No. I mean to say that your plan, as far as it goes, before we enact upon it, I would ask for more time to perhaps come with a different one or a better one.
As much time as we can make, anyway.
I will do what I can. I'm quite good at stalling people in terms of court, so I should be fine. I'll try to keep the king from making any kind of hasty decisions.
So should we split the party then? Or are we staying together for
I mean, I guess it depends on
Because
who thinks their skills are best used where.
because if Crimson goes, I think Crimson should be the one who investigate the mind flares since I can tell.
Given he can, track and navigate.
Perhaps we shouldn't. Perhaps if you guys are all going out, you should all go together. Perhaps me and my companion is going to point over at Darteth. Can handle whatever else you might have planned. I would rather keep you all together, if only explicitly to not only protect my son, not because I don't think he's competent, just because I feel like I feel like he might miss you.
Well, truth be told, I feel that I don't know. If I moved on my own, then I could travel the fastest, travel the most ground, locates our friend Mindflay, and be back within the practical hour. I have Aquila to keep me company, and it's something that's very
You
possible.
could also be taken hostage quite easily. I would say this for any of you. Again, I feel like the preferred groups are the things that function already.
Gimlin?
I mean, I feel like he's gonna be pretty stubborn about this. And instead of outwardly denying him, I could go with you. I could turn into a beast, make it even faster. Besides, I'd like to talk to you personally.
Are you guys dead set in splitting the party, by the way, in a bunch of different ways?
It's up to you.
I have no idea.
I'm
I
asking
think
you guys
I'm
out of
leaning
character.
I
will warn you out of character. All of these things are planned with you having a full party.
Oh.
Because I have, if you didn't know, I actually have stuff prepared. Funny, right? It's like I planned this whole thing.
Let's all go
So,
together.
should you choose to split the party, it will indeed be faster, and I will give you more rewards for it.
But it would be more dangerous. No?
You
Maybe
could
we don't
die.
need
We're
I mean-
family. We gotta stay together.
Maybe we don't need to split
Okay,
things
please.
maybe we don't need to split things 4 ways. But I myself, I'm definitely leaning towards splitting the party.
Like 3 to 3?
Like no, like 2, like we splitting in halves. You know,
Like 4 to 4 people going one way, the other one go the other.
something like that. But with as far as the mind flare goes, I'm definitely confident that I can handle that myself.
Include
Bruh.
Vol and so okay. So we have Genlin, Dorcas, Bunny, Maeve, and then we have Kaito.
Okay.
So that's 5. That's 5 in the party.
6. You fuck it, Genlin.
Okay, 6. There we go. And then 2 more because of Vol and Darteth. Which
know.
makes we have 8 people. So if we split it 4 ways, that means 1 NPC for each group. Okay, cool.
One extra if my daughter joined, but that's all.
True. So this would be groups of 4. One group would have Vol, another group would have Darteth.
Did you include me in that count?
Yes.
Because I think I can handle this on my own. I'm confident in my ability.
I am fucking.
Rattles. Bruh.
Better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah. Be safe, Flamehead.
This is out of
then-
character, Vice.
You will.
I am warned.
You will die.
No,
What do
you
you
cut
mean?
out, Kenny. What did you say?
I said this is out of character. I am warning you. This is a big warning.
What are you warning me of?
Genlin, go with Crimson.
Yeah.
Just go with Crimson, okay?
I would suggest if you are splitting the party to split it 4 ways. Again, this is adventures made for 2 different full parties.
And 4 is the minimum of a full party.
That's my suggestion.
Honestly, I'm great with that.
I don't think you guys should really split it all. If I had to go with what I would like to do, I would love if you guys took the NPC's offer and you were just like, yes, Darteth and Vol do this job that we don't want to do, or do this job we think you'd be effective at doing. Get that done, and then help us out with something else, and give them something small you think they can handle. That would be the most efficient, in my opinion, because they can act as a team together proficiently in terms of narratively, and because this is Kenny's way of giving you a second party that isn't going to have to deal with shit and won't be really penalized for a bunch of different shit. You know what I mean?
True.
Kaito will chime up. Doctor.
I'm being out of character here. I won't penalize them for being by themselves.
But
I don't want to penalize you guys for splitting either, but then it means I have to run the actual adventure that I have planned for you,
both
which
ways.
means that it will be naturally harder because of what I have planned, because of how it's balanced.
Could I
I'm
say my?
being earnest in this way.
Yeah.
I know. Can I say a piece real quick?
Yes.
I mean, if Crimson feels like his character would think that he can handle it, right? Like, why wouldn't he? You know, like
Well-
meta stuff aside, like we understand, like yeah, like some stuff looking forward might be difficult, but if he's like, yes, this is what my character would do, then why shouldn't he be able to do it?
Like,
Okay.
in character,
No,
though,
and I
shouldn't there
get
be
that.
some concern given
No,
that,
of course there's concern, and we're voicing that
Yeah,
concern,
like-
and that's solid. I get that.
because he's really. He's
And we're
already
like-
run off
and we are
once,
all
but
in the
had somebody
understand-
following behind him.
And we are
Again-
all in the understanding that this is a dangerous place, like, and maybe Crimson is being headstrong, like, and this is just out of character John saying, but like, we don't word it like this is balanced for 5 people. We word this like you know this place to be dangerous, and you know that if you go alone, you'd be putting yourself in a very precarious
That's
situation.
how I've been putting it. It doesn't seem like
No,
it's
and
gonna
and
go
you're
off, so I'm
and you're
setting
solid, and it
off
makes
the
sense.
character.
And now this is a conflict not about balance, but about the party being concerned with Crimson. Okay, I don't want anyone. I like you're solid. We respect the prep work that you've done, Kenny. You're doing a great job.
Yeah.
It's just that we need to make that character decision. Be like, yo, Crimson, settle down, you know, and talk that through.
Settle down.
I'm willing to
Exactly,
do
you
it
see what I
however
mean?
you guys want. I'm willing to do
I
it.
don't
however
want
you
this to
guys
turn.
feel
I
like
don't
you
want this to turn into an out of character argument about like why we
Ooh,
can't do certain things. You know what I mean? I want this
No.
to be an in character thing where we're telling Crimson that he might be
No.
being arrogant or something. Does that make sense?
I didn't say you couldn't do it, and it's the only reason is because John, you've all been pushing in character for it to happen. So that's why I'm out of character telling you why it might not be a good idea from my perspective because of what I have prepped. And if you guys say besides that, Kenny, we don't really mind. It's whatever. I want to do this anyway. I'll do it. I will do it. It's just that you can't hate me afterwards if something bad happens to you.
That's valid.
That's a look.
And if
Like
you
you said-
do,
No one
I
said they'd
warned
hate you.
you. Your fault.
No one said they'd hate you.
Good. Because no one can say I did anything wrong or I made them do anything.
Not a-
you can do
not a
literally
person.
whatever you want, but if you die, it's your fault.
There's not
Yeah.
a person in the world who would hate you. Here, number one.
Good.
And number
I
two.
will.
Right.
Well, John, it's
Number
not about,
two,
it's
you
not even
you
about
would
that.
want
It's
to
about me
disservice to
shielding
your
myself.
character as well.
It's
It's about you
about
shielding yourself.
myself a little. Yeah, dude. Because
Like you don't want people to lash
From
back
me.
after getting frustrated.
No. From me, dude. From me. Because
Okay.
I will feel bad the moment I have to fucking kill you. And the only way I'm going to feel good about that is if I'm like, well, this wasn't my fault. Die.
Uh,
Die.
Doc Tev, how stuffy are you with the? I forgot your name now. I'm sorry, my brain is like tired. Yeah, Crimson's dad. I'm gonna call you that for now.
Oh,
Yeah, Vol. How stealthy are you two, anyways? Together.
Oh, Darteth is pretty stealthy. I'm not as stealthy as I could be.
But with you two, you can handle like espionage, right?
Probably.
Well, I do.
you said yourself. You're good at talking. One of you could serve as a distraction while the other goes to survey and purloin as he desires.
I can.
I'm sure I could come up with any number of scheme.
With that, we can have them
I would-
investigate the queen at the very least.
Indeed, that those investigative purposes likely would be in the best hands of the both of you.
And also Crimson.
You've grown close. Well, as close as one can be to an insane man the king is. We aren't so lucky in that regard.
At the very least, they have a better chance than us.
Yes.
And Crimson, I do agree. You're very strong. You fucking annihilate those goddamn lobster-looking things. I get that.
Hmm.
But, for my word, You can handle it, but I want you to be. So
I'm not looking to pick fights in everything I see. I'm a stealthy individual, and I have a very, very fast mount that can fly out of the reach of many different things that would otherwise look to snag me.
And I
I
get it.
don't need to eat. I don't need to drink. I feel very comfortable, perhaps too much so within these caves, and I feel that I can handle this adequately.
I get it. But worst come to worst, you might. So,
We're a
just-
team.
Yeah.
We've made it here together, and I hope we can all go together as well. Would you please consider that?
Hell, we don't have to fight all the way. Just a safety measure because these caves do, surprise us. Like the fucking purple goddamn worm, for example, that split us.
Or
And
that
what's of time? We're running out of it as it goes on, and there's nothing we can do about that. We are currently fighting a war on many different fronts, and as dangerous as it would be to split ourselves up, to myself, it seems the best choice. There was an option presented before us, and I feel myself the best equipped to handle it. And something in me tells me that it is my duty as a Drake Warden and as a warrior to meet that challenge head on.
we're also.
Ah,
You were nice
yes,
to
I
too.
can say
I've
from a man that has experienced war and back, doing yourself is harsh. You expect to handle it by yourself, but in the end, you need the folks close to you. You need your allies. You need your comrades. Learn from my sake. Learn from the tales that I've once fought.
Crimson opens his mouth, but as if like to protest some more, but he bitch she looked like his
Your comrade.
Your
What the
comrade.
fuck,
I'm
dude?
sorry.
Come on! I have an
Oh,
accent.
sorry.
Why is that?
No!
Wait, it can't because it's gonna dissolve.
So
It cooks.
Crimson opens his mouth as if to protest, but he closes it, and he's definitely seen that Kaito is a proven warrior, as seasoned and as grizzled and as borderline senile as he is, and he nods. And he nods.
Hear the word of an old
Experience, yes, experience tells the tales that not much else can vouch for. I'll
Sorry.
You
I'll
can,
consider. I'll
can only have glory within comrades.
I won't. All right. I won't go by myself, but are we still opposed to splitting up at all? Perhaps one or two others could come alongside me. Quayla could fit someone else.
Mm,
No, we're going. No, we all going. It's one.
Together.
It's all for one, one for all. Trust me.
it's all for one for all. But,
Is that how it goes?
That sounds awfully cheesy.
It is very cheesy. But either
It's not
way,
easy,
we
easy.
we start as a group. We're gonna end this like one way or the other.
Can we all hug?
Does Babe like open her arms for like a hug?
Yeah, she.
Kaito side hug, I guess. Like,
but is just gonna pull on hug.
Come on, guys. You gotta
Uh,
hug.
we gotta hug
So-
Crimson. Come on, Galen Dorcas. We gotta hug him.
I'll be
Please
an
don't burn me.
exterior shell. You guys file in and I'll wrap around.
Come on, Dorcas. You're the last one.
I'm not feeling huggy. Thanks though.
Come on.
No,
Aww.
her tail like kind of like inches him
I mean, like, I understand.
Either way, we might meet. Well, if you're going by yourself, you might meet the primal savagery himself. Ooh.
Or the
All fights are meant to be fought. I know that.
Emilios.
Either way, hell, if you find something that you can't haul, who's gonna haul it for you? Back hurts.
Indeed.
Trying to dispel magic. Or
Oh.
Oh, you know,
use
Bunny's tunes. Look at
Yeah, yeah, who's gonna do a little funny dance?
look at that funny dance. Look, you're gonna
The
miss
funny
that.
you smoke
dance.
parsley with you. He's like looking at Gen.
Oh, you know,
Parsley.
you know, who's gonna be in your side as a giant fighter? You know, fight by your side. Looks at Dorcas.
Mega sized.
Giga size.
Camaraderie.
Oh, you know, our shenanigans were made. You know, what's with the crab, man?
No, I did badly last time.
You had me at first, but now I think you've lost me.
Yeah.
I was making a joke. Totally. I just. Dorcas is taking a piss.
What do well, all right. Then
it's-
so what should?
It's more fun being a group.
All right, all right.
One day you will get your solo
Kinda-
adventure, okay? One day.
Like he kind of puts his hands up and like surrender. Okay, I give.
Don't worry, Crimson. One day you will get your solo adventure when fucking that dragon of yours becomes an adult dragon. 'Cause God, that's only gonna get bigger.
That'll be tomorrow if you keep feeding him like you all do.
Maybe that's a good thing, right?
Why do all the darkest brooding men always leave me? First shit
Yeah, you
pants
can-
and then
Who the fuck is the shrimp? Oh wait, no.
right then, we got our plans situated, I guess, right?
I mean,
Octave's involved, you know, do some espionage while we investigate the mind flare. A friend.
So we want to do. So we want to do that first, then.
Yeah,
Yes.
that will take the longest.
I
It's like finding where's Weenie.
don't know. For some reason, I'm still kind of
What is
Like-
this about a weenie?
Oh, you know, he wears like blue and white, and it's like in a children's book.
Why don't we focus on the more localized task first? More sense.
I mean, we are here after all. Like,
And
Oh, the scrolls.
I don't think the mind flares ain't going anywhere. I hope.
They are.
Really
Well-
weird.
welcome back, John.
The
We
thing
won't
is
know
that the thing is that makes it, I would say, safe is that the mind flare we met is disconnected from the colony.
True. And he is.
That's what-
And he is, in his words, sated from the knowledge. That I get.
There are and there are others as well. There's every chance that we may not find the mind flare we're looking for, but someone else associated with the seeking of knowledge. Before heading out, I intend to perhaps peruse around those who ventured out into the city recently and ask them, "Oh, have you met this individual?"
Yeah, oh yes, let's ask a
Seekers of
commoner.
knowledge.
Fucking a mind flare.
I don't think that would
That
go
would not be a
over very
really good
well.
idea.
Well, I never mentioned mind flare. I mentioned the seekers of knowledge.
Oh,
Oh,
I mean, you could ask about the community itself. Yeah, I mean,
If there have been any sightings of anything. The key about tracking something, be it a person or an animal, is having something to go off of. Other than that, it's like a shot in the dark.
so Shake Skull or adventure out. Local or
My vote is on the mind flares.
hmm.
and go.
I mean,
either.
Mind Flayer.
I'd personally say local because again, we're already here.
Word of wisdom, bunny, as well. Yes, good, smart, very good.
Oh.
That is what
I'll flip a coin. Heads, loco, tails, mind flare. Roll 1d2.
So you're all staying
no.
together doing one local thing, correct,
I'm,
Amundo?
no, I'm rolling.
Oh my goodness.
All of us voted.
It seems that it seems that we're going to find a mind flare, unless Dork gets vault.
Yeah, exactly. We haven't
you
heard
asking,
from
Dork?
all of our
On your
party.
phones.
You wanna?
What's the question? I don't understand.
Would you like to go towards the halls of sacred skulls or find a mind flare?
Well, as
Like-
long as we dump off this carapace and unload, where I'd like to believe that the Hall of Sacred Scrolls is, right? That's where the artisans are found?
No,
Or is it the artisan
we're here.
hall?
Holding
Oh,
up
We're
the
here right now.
Yeah.
Awesome. Drop off the... I'd like
Yeah,
to get
we-
out of the city, so let's go search for the Mind Flayer.
Fresh air, you know.
Fresh air is
I mean,
loosely put, but
I guess most of the votes are for the mind player.
One.
Yeah, whatever.
Why we gotta do the little mind player now? We're already here.
To hunt a
We
skull.
gotta
You can-
travel.
we
Shut
are.
up.
Getting
Listen,
stones.
hunting is fun.
I'm perfectly fine to have my opinion swayed. It's just you have to, you just gotta tell me. That's all I've been listening.
You know,
I just don't want to
now
go
that
on the
you
march.
mention it, maybe it is a good idea that we first go for
They're good scrolls.
the whole we're already there.
Yeah, it's the
Yes.
more like the convenience part of it. Like we're literally here.
Yeah,
And
let's do
before I
that
sneak
instead.
off and do it anyway.
Crimson, I'm keeping an eye on
Motherfucker,
you.
you better not.
Yeah.
I'm rigging the door with fire extinguishers.
No, you can't do that.
Okay.
No matter what happens, I'm sleeping here tonight under the moon for once. So whatever you guys do,
The
it can
moon.
wait till tomorrow.
Vol's going to look at the party. He's going to be okay. So to finalize everything, what did you want me in? So out of the four options that we have, the espionage, going through the Queen's stuff,
Panty.
going to
I don't
the oh,
Etiquette.
or going to the
that better be out of character.
or going to search the mind flayer thing. What would you like me and Dart to do? You're cool with me doing the espionage thing.
Espionage would be nice because they are
mean-
close towards the.
We don't have to do anything. Did you want to do all of this together?
Like
Saves time. Let them do the espionage at least.
Okay.
like it does save time. I just but he just kind of points their
Again, you're a
fingers
knight, so
together.
adventure is
I
kind of
was
the thing
kinda-
that you do.
I was kind of really eager to sneak.
Oh,
Tell you
come
what,
on,
then. I'll
buddy,
tell
you're
you.
killing
I'll
me
tell you
here.
what then. I'll tell you what. You guys said that you had supplies on you, stuff that you wanted to get rid of and move.
Oh yes, please.
I can take care of all of that for you, and that'll be my task. Meanwhile, I'll ordain you with all of the exciting things. How about that?
That'd be nice.
Okay.
Should we show them
I'll
where
leave the excitement to you, and I'll put my guns away and just
Should we
do some
wait?
book work.
Should we show them where?
Now you know how I felt when you took me on for your adventures. Oh, how the tables turned, dear father.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, Crimson.
Dear
that's
boy,
sad.
every one of those expeditions were done when you were only 10, and then you were 11, and then you were 12, and then you were 13, and you still
I
couldn't hold
was
a
a
sword.
glorified sidekick, not able to fire a single arrow.
I can feel
You
the
were a
sad.
knight
You
squire.
snap your fingers and
So much
fireballs it
sass
into
in this
oblivion.
fucking room. Ah, I can feel it.
It's not my fault that someone couldn't hold off their blade for longer than 6 seconds.
Wait.
That's
okay,
not
so
true.
wait. Hold up a second. This happened when he was like 10, 11, 12, 13, right?
Yeah, it was a squire.
Literally a child.
Yes.
Literally a child.
He was a knight squire.
Little baby.
I was 9
Crimson,
by the time I had my first battle.
Little baby Crimson battling.
Uh,
Okay.
He fought with
They-
the other
they-
boys
they
with the
just
wooden
kinda
swords in
looked
the
at him
eye.
for a second. Like,
The look on his face is entirely serious. Like,
Where were you raised? This wasn't normal. Did you live all day in Waterdeep?
No, I didn't live my days particularly anywhere. I lived everywhere.
Oh, you were a
Oh my
roamer
God.
then.
You can say that.
Your parents had you roaming around the hills. You know, there's hill giants in those hills. There's storm giants in the mountains, and there's cannibals
Yeah.
inside all of the forests. And they're goblinoids. You know,
Okay, I
bugbears
think we
and
should. I think we should
goblins.
drop it right.
Honestly, the things in the city are worse.
Goblins are very nice people.
I think if anything, Crimson being a knight squire wasn't that
Hey,
bad
you
a thing. Plus, it's
almost
relatively
fucked over a goddamn goblin camp with a gold coin.
She feels a little bad.
You
Funny.
introduced
Safe a relative term.
capitalism.
funny.
Hmm?
How unusual does my childhood sound to you? Now you've piqued my curiosity.
I mean, I guess I don't really, I don't know, things kind of sound unusual to me. Like, always. It's kind of why I was really interested in the key, right? But I was kind of scared to use it.
Oh.
Ah, I see.
You don't know what. Oh.
You're not entirely sure what home looks like to yourself, is that it?
Oh, the ideal of it.
Yeah, I don't really know.
Almost what
I've never stayed in one place for longer than maybe 2 weeks.
This may come as a redundant to you, but home is more than just a place. Home is people.
Yeah,
Home,
I've learned that quite well.
That's sorry.
It's fine. I kind of
By
I don't know how to talk about it.
By any chance, we can get Vol and Doctor to like get the animantite and like kill them here. Well,
Yep, that's what they can do for you. That's what you guys wanted them to do. You guys wanted to do the busy work for you.
yeah, the
Busy,
heavy
busy.
lifting. Oh, if you see like Machinoid wearing like clothing, that's Stool. Say hi to them. All right.
I mean,
Around the city?
No, in the fucking.
they're doing stuff in the city, bro.
Oh, they're mine. I take that back.
Bro, it's a senile man, bro. Senile man.
Senile. I'm going crazy.
So, it sounds like you guys have a plan. Something that I want to confirm out of character. Are you splitting up or are you not?
No.
You
I think
guys
we're
can.
sticking together.
Okay.
I'm sneaking off to split off myself.
Don't mix it up.
Hooray!
I will once again, I will present the option one more time though, because I am not fucking forcing you into a thing, regardless. So, I'm just doing that in case that's levied onto me. I have not forced you. This will be you guys are congregating together willingly. Is this correct?
Yeah,
thing?
this is.
Yes,
I'm
sir,
pretty sure
I
this
press-
is really.
I press my vote.
Like,
None shall give me the poopy.
The sass.
Guys, let's give him the poopy.
Big stink.
And so, it is almost 1, and I am going to end session here.
Good call.
It's sleepy time.
For I am tired, and I desire coffee, and to do other things I have in the morning. Plus, we've been playing for 3 hours. So.
Desire these nuts.
Desire your mom's nuts. Yeah.
No.
We
You
started
see
at
the last thing I sent you though?
10. We're getting close to 1, so it's almost been 3 hours. I'm willing to end here, though.
okay.
There's not really too much else you guys are going to be able to get into.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you see that last thing I sent you, Kenny?
No.